common. Now they were occupied 3 positions. Omomi and Senina were comfortable position and normal. So for Ronaldo now operating from the left wing position. That is where he's comfortable playing at. Sometimes no Baba set centrally ABOU as the number 9, Benzema drop to that position. Benzema lead the attack as the number 9 for Real Madrid. He has no problem. I keep saying, attackers are I love watching them play. Karim Benzema one of them. When he plays as a number 9, excellent. As a number 10, excellent. If he needs to drop into the wings, now he does that also into perfection. So he's one player. I'm always a fan watching him. Nejuma or Ediman team. How are Obua link up the other colleagues are or no go to the left side. Bale, that is where he preferred playing. Into where Mumi and Sano, now Omo Jumano, and Sadanya problematic. Yeah, can Sano come to Omechi. And him for no, you cannot tell me that those days the Real Madrid midfield trial not when they balance. You have Casemiro obey dating work in Eddie amount as Ubia or sitting in between defenders no any the midfielders are Omaka or Tony Cruz who dictated game the tempo or Luka Modric or coming in with the passing accuracy anyhow our team no air trivia. But that cannot be said about the current setup of Real Madrid. And the animal, even number 9 role now Mbappe air body say all body Eshigul. We come in that himself Faye and Real Madrid no number 9 Oboboni.
Yeah.
He ever started season we and the last season ever he's somebody are not up the left side of the wings, the neighbor power. The same position. That is where Vinicius Epebo. Same position, the Juan Rodrigo Epebo. Now, come anymore. Madrid end out and out number 9. Makasa Fena, Kylian Mbappe, elbow or yet comfortable. He said they come place number from. But maybe I come now, starting with that tension and pressure on the airman. We could not also cry and you will be an open home. And you may know about 3 players comfortable at one position, or when you're not comfortable at another position. Now go to the right side. Right side, they say, why not the neighbor? And draw match there. You have the body and a couple or no. Countless time. Yenimsa unpehable. Rodrigo empehable. Vinicius empehable. Kylian Mbappe empehable. Why now would never go or ye comfortable air master Antoine? They say we're proud of China born on your bimo. To some extent, other Gulebo one near push now, but on no crown, centrally a money more. Jude Bellingham, Eba Bishema, Kweku on your beer, Obecas on common 9 or ye okay that much. Yes, the first season as Obia near born sometimes as false number 9. Or born the home of the air, they have no idea. That is not the natural position. And this Madrid team, as compared to the previous one, difference new. Those guys, they were big boys with egos, but they were comfortable at their respective positions.
Arsenal Football Club, Mikel Arteta, say, oh yeah, that kind of history for himself. I will always see, say Mikel Arteta starts to win games, and when he starts to make sure, say, oh, winning games consistently for the club and himself, I will always applaud him because of what he has been able to do. DIABY, when he was taking over as a coach for Arsenal in the year 2019, there was a particular coach called Freddie Ljungberg. After, say, MON-FRI, after spending close to about 2 years within the club, and the club was in a mess of which he was not able to hold up those kind of things are as Wenger, MON-FRI messed up things, and Freddie Ljungberg needed to take over from him. When Freddie Ljungberg took over, not the place that Arsenal was actually on the league level was very, very, very bad. 10th in that particular position, and Arsenal now we are no more way. With about small matches in the Christmas, no more go into the second phase of that particular competition in the year 2019-2020. Papa Way Mikel Arteta needed to come, rescue Arsenal Football Club, and make sure that in his first debut season, Odiomo Ebeko into the 8th position. Amount for Bebrina anti Edumana Mikel Arteta Ebeye Nase, and people started saying, say, this is not the person that we wanted him to do the job for Arsenal Football Club. Now, when it became very rare and when it became very difficult for Arsenal, in the second season of Mikel Arteta, what he did was say, after the first season, or the 8th, the second season, or something the 8th in that particular position. Now, the third season for Arsenal under Mikel Arteta, he needed to make sure, say, Mesut Ozil and other players within the football club, or who say, modern farmer club, it was also sideline or more. Then Thomas Partey, Gabriel Magalhaes, and other players needed to come in and then fuel that new generational movement for Arsenal Football Club. So during his third season, or the 5th, meaning say there has been some sort of progression over the last 2 seasons. If you saw before Arsenal Football Club, Now, the 4th season that he had for Arsenal, Odomu is second in that particular position. That season, close to about 89 points and then 97 goals that he scored for Arsenal Football Club. Most of us thought that why I said with that 10-point gap, Ojade tour between Manchester City and Obi and Arsenal, a bit much that league in that season. No? Pep Guardiola with this experience now.
They say the back and forth, Odija or Echo PM or PAZ. We all know through what Tony Cruz, not a big player in the dressing room, on 10 and 1 in the news. Luka Modric, big player in the dressing room, on 10 and 1. Marcelo, senior player in the dressing room, on 10 and 1. You could count more than 6-7 senior players in the Real Madrid team. So, Baku for an ABOU Enya. Or no, I'm camp no creative fast is a problem. But the articles are yakin catches. Yes, say Federico Valverde, the agent, 18 offer for dinner. No, usually Calafat, Aqua Kushia. Omudin Koma dinner and Arsenal. Or catch Ray Calafat, and near maybe because of a club no man pay. Me agent and as my client and just satisfied with the treatment at Ecoso. Oh, wow, now Rodrigo, ne papa. Abba, Verdi Babas. Oh, why not Vinicius interact? No, Maba. Kylian Mbappe, name I mean the agent. No, I'm also phone in Jude Bellingham, Papa, and then I mean no. But these are players so when a creative confusion in the team for the coaches and then even for the president. So they might think or more before. So Bakuna area, you have other senior players who will massage the issue. But in the year, you can say, Valverde and you're happy. Why they calling into order? Okay, ideally. Ubeshemudi, Obeka say ABOU, Vinicius, we be team in the income, or no one can happy, or also creative problem. Rodrigo a creative problem. Mbappe, she say, why because the form ne or only a new boy, he's a big boy, but a new boy on shut that ne locals and our consuls is a team. But here actually, aside names we are my boy, or Maka, or don't say no who draw, or make call it these boys to order. Only Thibaut Courtois. And then Captain Derek Kamaya.
Yeah.
Until Juma Neso. At the moment, where will be a Nunquano? And Timin so what's our problem now? Madrid and the reason it's here. Them
Johnny on Facebook or the others will be message, you know, what like what share, what comment on YouTube join here, what subscribe Fakye TV, what like what share, what comment and some of the doors so Papa Panra or what it's John F. Kennedy Sports Center, Yabomodia, Mexico, Canada. US 2026 draw no 18-year course or Luta every update in beba aniji say be wo say Ghana yan qualify for AFCON by World Cup no ye kan be near Ramo Group L no penra permentation no say den komo no esi etie no ye matches no ye beba Canada any USA ye ne England minor Panama and Africa Croatia na a games ano eden ujiri say Ghana be qualify now draw no say na si hu no Ramo Fakye TV on Facebook na wabomode di hun komo Ghana ye matches ne be ko saying ye first game ye babo Panama after no ne yaba bebo England ne ye final game no ye ne Croatia minor etini edi abani na se me kan confirm e cho no ye matches ne ye Canada USA Mexico de and the crewman call for fasting empire ball mo boy no ya dia abamu etini area mo other groups no ye be group na nkasa kan nyina boma only say group of death near group ben example say France and Senegal ebebo Brazil ebebo Morocco edisena si uno coaches no reaction no and I'm not said nema esiekwe John F Kennedy Sports Center Honolulu ebeba enya no nko a ye be corner the 5 major leagues no ye didi hon komo ewo amano ne nra matches ni because so ne ebi beto aso and afinya mbo china ne joda ebi ewramo still yera so jamo na 6 December na jeze bronya na ena nkakra ye keka edeko ye beba fie na ya ba be nkomo ye be Ghana ye group na ya kwakotum no ya kan wasem kakra after no so no ye be na the Premier League matches Ejepeni akoso ewo Ghana ena afi other news no ebe ramo etimi edi amana boa na bibibia enso akọ kama pa etimi era mo asidani bi ko enfama Genti College makere achosa akwara no maninko suku papa bibia ode no konze watwa eni wa feli niama anko ya fama no ntukuma unkwanta afa akwara no kononko enkokusua de empase Gentleman Dental Clinic yebeboa ama wosena aye kama pa nei omo no muntimi mbodompem no Gentleman da daroma omujo mo na so omubo ejuma Millennium Constructions de bia meka etimi ere chose bia ba ko a ɛwɔ so wokɔ na yɛboa ma nneɛma deda yie paa ɛtumi yɛde ma wo ɛfa nsasesɛm no yɛ Millennium Constructions bro nya ne nti yɛdze Ghana baabi a wɔ bi a wopa asase atɔ a contact ɔmo o contact ɔmo a yɛatetetete so anti full plot na apɛ half plot na apɛ quarter plot na apɛ Millennium Constructions na ɔsɛ owura no yɛboa ma nneɛma kɔ yie paa ɛde ma Dwantoa Herbal Clinic de bia meka zerba ne stroke a ɔmo aboa ma nkɔfo enyo ɔmo ayaresa ɔmo yɛ exceptional but ɔmo adwuma no ɛyɛ ade a ɛho te papapa ɛno nso akyi no baby girls no ɔbaa deɛ sisi ho na yɛ ɔbaa sima ɛnyɛ tugu mu ɛyɛ saa boys no kra no ɛfrɛ wa ɛnyɛ ye ɛnti ma baby nkyekye ɛnyɛ de ma wɔkyi no mu nyɛ du ani mu nyɛ du ɔbɔdi no ɛma wafu no nkɔnkɔte ntom ɛtitom saa na ɛna baby girls no ɛbɛn wukunu ɛgye no bɔ so deɛ Dwantoa Herbal Clinic ɛnyɛ afei ne yɛde wokɔ akɔtoɔ ɛde sekin akɔ akɔtwitwa na waba be film we no ebibidro nkoten ne nneɛma baako mmienu bi a yɛba aba bɛtwerɛ na nso no wayɛ ɔba asima de bi bɛkyekye ɛbɛyɛ de ɛbɛyɛ akɔnɔ ɔmadaroma yɛ na weekend yɛ bɔbɔ so ba ɛba bɛtra mu boa ma nneɛma kɔ yie paa ɛtumi ɛde ma wɔn nti na draw no woyɛ happy with baby agana yɛ akɔ akɔtɔ yɛ chances ne te sɛn no draw na ɛkɔ so no o group of death na a group bɛn 020754 3637 020754 3637 020754 3637 Fakye TV on Facebook or join your wa follow ye wa like it wa share we jaw comment on draw no area tour Fakye TV on YouTube or join your wa subscribe it we jaw comment no on draw no 18 area tour and your WhatsApp line no and I'm ready to so no ubetimi de afọ a yɛbɛkin kɛda ma adwuma de no yɛne mo ana ɛyɛ tire bi ameka si eyi mu message na ma dwenche ni film a ya na enye ye ti ma daroma ene nya ahoden ba begina pampe etimi ebo adwuma no ntima mena mo bra me ba pɛ ne luta ere yɛbɛkɔ ama no ne Saturday bi ase do si kyɛ no ɛna ɔde ɛbɛwura mu pa na yɛwu sɛ ne ma no esi ete ete ere ɔkweki yɛba ya pɛ yɛwura na afia ama no ne nsɛm no ne de akebia ato aso ere ama mo yɛba sisi a
fear that the Real Madrid issue no what is say or China say it is high time say sankofo ni nyina camps no ebetias and when you read much about Omonia mana some even porters tells you say enkofo na mabobo omudi so omo camp no omo ba ombedi nkobo na we fresh abi alonso na we say my client in you say Vinicius camp ne ba they tell you the people Vinicius represent
to get to a point where you be jaika because o can ne may see change the next time we ma sounding performance we ma performance a grade A performance and then you see say truly they are ejuma but I said it here earlier yesterday say Chelsea playing against teams in Ketwa no they suffer in the omokono I wanted to see how an Chelsea basically abom homework because so we coach na say we say we serious. Now you want to do something. You are part of title contenders. Regardless of rotational policy or whatever, there are certain decisions you don't take. How on earth any team like Chelsea, ABOU game, Chelsea with 2 right backs to bench.
Fia pomodena amano nsemo atwaso etimi edi amao nane dodo na be St. John F Kennedy orwani HMO ewo center wa na nra jumadi kese e koso no ya pomode edi nkomo ken bibia aboko de
nyame atom kwaku na so e
bezo menwe dempa na ema nso hye bibia ekọ kama pa
anije bena yenya osoro anije ahoto bena yenya group L ahoto American pony na Canada Dallas pony na Toronto World Cup pony ebeye nije yebe qualify say pa group player tom na edaya yebo 2 games for America no wa
yeah
ni abo back for Canada
yeah
Mexico baba yo ba yebe ko.
But if after we know yebebana yababe remo that side on yedin come but I'm sure appreciation to the team. Indeed, they worked very hard. I mean, if you are almost be 8 something from a cameraman now no more hard Rachel Mone, Lord Mo, and I'll call a junior more and the general manager with the support and our face so no was that the programs manager so no ewo around and a benemo and ra ejuma ken boys and a boy you know
Nice.
from Ricardo Varas and our the sports team and omo invite you monra Vicentene and Michael Akomia Jemfi and ra to Musa Ken. They did a solid job. Effort draw no hono and I know more motive so here and ra no man ra so you feel big pa that and ra no mo teacher after we know or more commentary name some more the no was quite interesting. So na yende day nyina ye ho ase. Indeed and ra team no mu ye adwuma pa nyame hia mu nyina ne ade a baza ma no ne dede
more de pa
Mose Marco Materazzi no wife aba beti ahwe wo US
aye
and na draw no ho nsem eh as a nya de kitwa crowd mate you better na ya bomode ne ya kom ni ade menim ze ne reactions outdo na ne ne me call so aba o president as a nani mu nte crowd
Trump
nani mu edupa o aso no e din so bo so o
Donald Trump Sentina Nra the final musical performance no
yeah
also no di asa
yeah
omo na esa musical group omo tumi to no man
e manesa
wow
ti nani nyina de ba me ahwe
Donald Trump
fantastic
America so mo akwa na
but ode o say no nim I take a decision na we I take a decision na we I take care why
Nana one good morning
obechiachia sa still I say
Abuja be say o ma me nko
say anji we wa ha
American Nana wadaro ma me da
o de na confirm 2034 Morocco Portugal Spain and all na leader of delegation
2034
until
2026 America ma me nko
that say we no cry and 2030 year 2030
Nana honorable Francis
Ken
Owusu
ho na ka 4 years pe
East Regional Minister
aka 4 years
Minister wadaroma America imi dawo Abuja be say o ma me fa duma capacity nko
aka 4 years pe
but minister me judi mami utumi no na me nko hwebi
aka 4 years pe na do why tinya abotre
so but me bosia 2004 years start the one
4 years start the one okay mate me the one why there's a year bia we try 500 cities na adwempa wo tima du be yonu ase
na wo adwempa wo tima ka je 2034
na nya hihye anya hihye is the next afcon bi aga na be qualify wo na wo ko tinya abotre enu ye Uganda na we yo Kenya for no
Black Stars ye nyomu ni o nyomu ni inform to
Ken my enko
Prana senso na you be breaking it down na you touching it down na you knocking it down na you jajajaja we on power am no nsemo me pacho Bernard for the total summary of a World Cup drawn to genre me pacho for to sumame sesi am pia diamond na be bia so anya kama enra uramo John F Kennedy ni training center wa me pacho hole nie na e ho fe papa na ukorama pacho the total summary of the drawn to genre we be breaking it down as so a diamond answer and my say a budget said na ka mani ba e boni sikachi ya kana ka mani ba Domni ba okwa masom forma no from naka ma forma obonsa okwatena eye chance ba akoso okwahya eye chiniye bi ase na de wanya no oba chire na bia ye kama na eno me pacho details ni ne na 48 teams and be participate World Cup 2026 na so far 42 teams now qualify and right yeah draw 6 teams omobebo playoff match moon and saniepe omomo papa na out of 48 participating teams are and 42 of qualify me part 204 matches and you empower with say World Cup America, Canada, Mexico 104 matches and your 12 groups from group A to group L and your 12 groups not me patro say and a toko group here and your 4 nations and your 4 teams and no group here now and watch me patro qualification system say and a team urama the first and second ewo me pacho group bia oma qualify as usual Sunday onim no na oma qualify e kopem round of 32 na me pacho ye benya the best 8 third place teams super qualify mo points ne pa kama mo beto so third mo betima qualify na mo run of 32 ye run knockout stage say the beko run of 32 ni ya bomb there be play run of 16 ni ya born ni about quarter finals ni about semi finals ni about final na bia so ye kama na host countries no United States of America my 11 cities and the host World Cup no and what 78 matches and you be born wa America and we are 11 cities no you have about 78 matches uramo Canada my 2 cities back we Toronto Ghana be game and so amo 13 matches Canada uramo Mexico my 3 cities you have about 13 matches Mexico and at the Eba tournament a period a from June 11 2026 up July 19 2026 na be pia sweat my kama eno e de eba na me pacho ma me draw na nkasa na yenya adwuma emfa emo eno koroma na epo na etutu tata na enya ba apa abedro ma bia eso atimi aye kama eno draw no enya baba cho ma me fisias no na e draw na ba no na yemfa emamo na o de enjoy kakra na me pacho eno the environment said the normal ekoye no me pacho yen chance de groups no aba.
Bienvenidos, bienvenue.
6 months from now, the biggest sporting event in history will take over North America, the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Yes, and the countdown to the tournament truly starts today with the draw.
The 4 nations in Group A are Mexico, South Africa, Korea Republic, and the winner of Playoff D.
In Group B, we have Canada, the winner of Playoff A, Qatar, and Switzerland. Group D, USA, Paraguay, Australia, and the winner of Playoff C.
Get ready for the world's greatest show. We're talking 104 Super Bowls, the 23rd FIFA World Cup.
See you soon. A bientôt. Hasta luego.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And I am summer, me patro see here, and no concerning the draw. And the DIABY, not me patro groups, you don't say any city. Uramo group A, and a host nation Mexico, me patro mutaho. You were South Africa, South Korea Republic, not yet me patro. The winner, I will play off game at Czech Republic, Denmark, Ireland, and me patro Uperam, I want me patro North Macedonia. The winner, Ramo Group A, Group A, Canada, Yawa a playoff game, the winner between me Pacho Woso, Sasso and Rama Italy, Northern Ireland, Omunina, the winner, Ramo Group A, Nanya Qatar, me Pacho Switzerland, Group B, Group your Brazil, your Morocco, your Haiti, your Scotland, Group C, Group D, your USA, your Paraguay, Australia, and a winner our patro a playoff. You Penya Kosovo, not your Penya Slovenia, no your Turkey, Epepa, South Korea, your Germany, your Curacao, Cote d'Ivoire, Ecuador, Group F, your Netherlands, your Japan, the winner a playoff game, Albania, Poland, Sweden, Ukraine, the winner a Group F, your Tunisia, Group F, your Belgium, your Egypt, your Iran, New Zealand, Group H, your Spain, Capo Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay, na Ukopiem, Group Aya, your France, your Senegal, your playoff game, and no Petroja, and your Bolivia, Iraq, and also Epepo, na Norway, Group I, Group J, your Argentina, your Algeria, your Australia, and your Jordan, almost Group J, Ukopiem Group K, your Portugal. Your a playoff game. You penya me patro New Caledonia. You penya Jamaica the Reggae Boys. Na yanya me patro DR Congo. The winner Peram. Asu aho yanya Uzbekistan, na yanya Colombia, asu ewa mpacho group K. Now got the last group A, group L, yawo England, yawo Croatia, yawo Ghana, and yawo Panama, and no down na me pacho MON-FRI like North Carolina. A man Brandi over a World Cup trophy no on Argentina Nigeria. Na it was so bad. Na what do official trophy ne ba it's some replica. No mo diama womo, no mo dia question football association, or mo mission and Argentina. Omo a coach like North Carolina and a day me patch World Cup trophy ne buy na what the message at all except trophy no ukipa efe emu odu de a kono omo SM babe compete omo ebere SM bia ebetuma yakama eso adi ama womo enu ensam opanyin no edi tudwa na urama Argentina omo me patch Algeria omo ewon Jordan and omo san wo me patch Australia group no na omonia prepare na opanyina Jeffrano like North Carolina Kasaye for Algeria was Algeria one of the teams was so pa na coach no Owura friend Petkovic Algeria coach was so experienced coach na wa coach on like North Carolina wa coach the pay Lazio Abrano Bobo Serie A Italy Lazio na Algeria coach no and the coach no among like North Carolina also Algeria yepa and no at the ever me patro ma me opening game na me nyaduma emfa emama na opening game picture no na o dabia so ma me ukorama me patro first game Mexico against South Africa and no pa me peye story bi dem countries probable and a possibility say omo Mexico opening game match day 1 na South Africa come na onu say opening game no Mexico South Africa aya back with them onu say 2010 South Africa Abra South Africa host to World Cup no first me patch opening game first game the day I know Abrana me patch Vuvuzela any Jabulani yeah tumano Ukopiama Mexico and a ball me patch opening game our 2010 World Cup South Africa and the chat assign out to Champalala and an Crawford and the Omuni Hopium and no idea by me breaking it down, not my touching it down, no man knocking it down, no man church and Paul. Mammy, there are 3 presidents, no, not me no Wajuma, and not Omu pay more the simple so, and near the podium and our stage, you know, Urama America president, as so by and near Donald Trump, Sasso, and in Canada, and in Mexico, Omu president, Omu by drawn on drawn a kama or mucha sampa no ma ekukuna kwamupa na no eno mujina na omuwie no mami Infantino or no FIFA boss or Kasaye extra set the draw and no ma ebeko na yenten some FIFA boss Jenny Infantino attitude.
The FIFA World Cup 2026 draw of what will be the greatest FIFA World Cup ever. It's much more than just a sporting event. It's simply the greatest event that humanity, that mankind has ever seen and will ever see. We have 3 beautiful countries, Mexico, Canada and the United States. We have 16 wonderful host cities. We have 48 excellent teams from 48 different countries around the world who will compete in 104 matches to become the one and only world champion. What an exciting summer from the 11th of June to the 19th of July that we will have here. This will be unique, this will be stellar, this will be spectacular because we'll have 7 million people in the stadiums. We will have 2, 3, 4 times more million.
ɛno ɛyɛ World Cup no ɛho nsɛm na FIFA boss wiase na football president ɛkasa ɛkyerɛ sɛdeɛ na draw no ɛteɛ ɛne draw no ɛkɔ ɛne sɛdeɛ World Cup ɛne bɛkɔ na official ɔmomfa ɛnwom ɛma adeɛ World Cup song ɛnyamaeɛ na mepatɔ ma me Donald Trump abra no ɔpɛgye na award no ɔn sɛ ɛno ametima wo ɛsɛ American president ɛno ɛyɛ Donald Trump ɔpɛgye a peace prize na Donald Trump ɛno FIFA president Gianni Infantino ɔmo de peace prize no ɛso ɛma Donald Trump ɛno ɛna da so ɛyɛ meta kama ebinsi da for the first time we are super bia where peace ambassador what we show football at the Kenya bomb or see football at the end of my pay what welcome football our America and no Donald Trump now after so a J a peace prize award wakasaye was it okasan and in your na oboa yenten sama Donald Trump at the tuga after se onya a peace prize medal yente Donald Trump.
Thank you very much. This is truly one of the great honors of my life. And beyond awards, John and I were discussing this. We saved millions and millions of lives. The Congo, as an example, over 10 million people killed, and it was heading for another 10 million very quickly. And it just, you know, the fact that we could do that, India, Pakistan, so many different wars that we're able to end, in some cases a little bit before they started, just right before they started. It was going to be late.
And no, from the Kennedy Center, Washington, and Donald Trump, American president, was say one of the mepacho anesawanya, our life man and yasopa, a yan day na kono, a FIFA, a prize, and as a peace, a prize award, or muti amano, and you Donald Trump, MVP, imagine, say, game no egusuna a total. Wow, open best player of the game. I want that Omontipamao. I will walk up with mom. Say, and I'm a patch at him. What the ever piasso. Not what we say, Ampa. Norma editor Mukama. Omontipi a war. Nina say MVP America. I just some football. Unite the world into Osham. Or more a ball gamer, the best player. Opportunity, the icon of the game. America. Or more at the bar. Except one more day. Walk up and one. The best player MVP award to open omuti aba ya debato so adama no hu said yatia ye be jama breaking it down eso adi amam awodumade no so ye gusu breaking no down na heavy anu na daso no MVP world best player bia kudus bia semenyo bia na Ghana ye goalkeeper na se Benjamin Asari, it's me MVP. I would do a bit Ghana. Na Ayekama, na heavy Rena, Saudi Arabia coach Wakasa after the draw. Na opinion said, I had just sent some repeat BB, Omoba, Papa Jumapa, na Yenten Sama heavy Rena, Edituga.
You said Argentina will be the champion of the world. You said that after winning us. So what's your feeling now? You are like a kind of wizard?
You know, the favorite are most of the time the same. Argentina, Spain, France are the very, very strong teams. So it's very tough to win the World Cup. But of course, Argentina still have a good chance. Now I won't repeat it because we are too far from the World Cup. But it was my feeling because sometimes when you don't start very well the competition, you wake up and it was exactly what happened and they did very well and congratulations to them. But of course Argentina still have a good chance. Now I won't repeat it because we are too far from the World Cup. But it was my feeling because sometimes when you don't start very well the competition,
ɛno ɛyɛ nsɛm heavy rain a de to twa ɛsɛ repeat woka last World Cup ɔmo ne Argentina ɛhyiaeɛ yɛbusa sɛ bi ɛbɛsie ɛmfo ne favorite wɔsɛ as usual wobusa obi a ɔbɛka France Spain Argentina ɛmo ɛde ama England ɛka ho na mmom ɛnyɛ repeat ɛna ɔba apɛhwɛ sɛ nɔɔma ɛbɛkɔ ɛno ɛnsɛm heavy rain ɛde ɛto twa ayɛ gyegyama breaking it down na mepatwɔ ma me ɛyɛ Brazil ɛwɔ group C na Brazil wɔ ɛyɛ record bi ɛba sɛ ɔmkɔ World Cup na ɔmkɔda ɛyɛ group C say ɛna history ne ɛtɛ Brazil group no Brazil and group C in World Cup mepatwɔ ɔmo 1962 Brazil ɛkɔda group C ɔmo gye World Cup no 1962 19 mepatwɔ 70 Brazil ɛkɔda group C ɔmo ɛgye World Cup no 19 mepatwɔ 2002 Brazil ɛkɔda group C ɔmo ɛgye World Cup 2026 Brazil akɔda group C ɔmo ɛbɛgye World Cup na ɛno ɛnsɛm ɛba yɛbusa na Don Carlo Ancelotti akasa about Neymar na nsɛm pina Ancelotti ɛde atotwa o Neymar ne nyina no sɛ Neymar latest stage a ɔwɔ ɛwɔ Brazilian league no no ɛyɛ sufficient ɛde ma Ancelotti ɛsɛ ɔbɛfrɛ no ɛde na ba squad no mu ana ɔde no bɛkɔ World Cup ana sɛ sɔrɔ na no ada no ahyɛ go no ayɛ assist na no na Neymar batre yente Ancelotti on Neymar.
Quiero aclarar, estamos en diciembre, la Copa del Mundo en junio, cuando voy a elegir el equipo que va a jugar la Copa del Mundo, lo voy a elegir en mayo.
And some Ancelotti can answer. Was say ojiri samu yanta Neymar pa mo pese mu Neymar e World Cup no na sese mu mamrem si o December mo World Cup beto dwa next year June obey ne call up and selection for the World Cup obey in May 2026 enti ebra no ewa pa mo mienya abotre eduru na no ma dane no ma fa Brazil ni bia epese ohun Neymar ese odene pa na bia so atimi ayekama World Cup no enu ye Ancelotti na watchire buza so pa ni group na wo dam no unka bibi kakra ba the group ebisa Morocco who was Scotland emu na wo group no.
Tenemos que ganarlo, entonces tenemos que focalizarnos en nuestro trabajo, como he dicho, respetar al adversario, estudiar bien el rival. Esto es muy importante para la comisión de hacer un trabajo que tenemos que hacer, pero después hay que ganar el juego.
De all Kenyan say, obe evaluate team bia Morocco ya stubborn killers ha dwen into obe evaluate team bia wode ansana World Cup pribedura etimi apaso na me pacho Thierry Henry eso ekasa na urama me pacho Morocco Brazil group no mo dem no na Thierry Henry yebusa no se hwan na be wini e wo group no wan na pata so was say e be depending on Neymar return the Royal King of Arsenal.
Wouldn't be surprised if Morocco.
Terry, let me ask you though, who do you have winning that group? Brazil or Morocco?
It depends if Neymar comes back in a good shape and if he makes it. I wouldn't be surprised if Morocco tops the group in terms of how they are at the minute. But Brazil is still Brazil. You have to still give them their respect.
If we see a renaissance of Brazil, because Brazil's not at a good place necessarily right now, and in that first game they come out and they announce their presence with authority, that would be something.
And yet Thierry Henry no was say a bit depending Neymar etimi ebabia na Morocco betimi atope Brazil group no if so inimportable na Walid Wagragi Morocco coach eso akasa about the group you present Neymar eba World Cup premier hada eti ama Morocco na
كما لو كنا نلعب على أرضنا وفي بلدنا ولكن الجماهير ستأتي إلى الولايات المتحدة لتشجعنا وأعتقد أن المنتخبات المنافسة يعرفوننا جيدا وينتظرون بأننا سنكرر نفس الأمر. هذا أمر
يا رب كسا أن ودما وسي yes Nema ba enya team on kwebe den edema everyone when Brazil besia eno ensamo panyin no edi atuka eno achirima yensan embreki no ma down emfa emamo na me pacho ukorama mam Roberto Carlos ono so akasa ni nyina ne sa wohwe Roberto Carlos a wakasa about Nema ese Nema eye fit na Brazil fo nya bompa ye ese Nema epapa no ma ebefa.
Los otros brasileños pedimos demasiado a Neymar. Hay que dejarle tranquilo, hay que dejarle recuperarse 100%, motivarse. Es un jugador muy importante tanto para el Santos como para la selección brasileña. Espero que no se lesione, hay que cuidarse mucho la salud a partir de ahora. Si él tiene el sueño de ser
na de okay nyina say Nema Brazil for busana pa na ojide ma pasene ma be fine abe pemo World Cup na Felipe Melo mami image no na wakan sempo so na no ya pa was say one leg of Nema better than the problems of Brazil national team no was see Nema 9 baako better I say place outdoor Brazil national team no a problem don't want more Brazil national team no a problem no more person physically no 100% fit now or see even 100% fit with 60% a physical a fitness no was some the cast squad no a couple of World Cup and you Felipe Melo no me patro ma minya ntuma ma ho ni nyina se ukoroma adeno anya apa Argentina and Portugal both ni nyina no e just on be finish first e group am patro mo so e wom ni nyina e ukoroma tonri and some of the buy no Ronaldo mo so ekeka se utwa babia Portugal and Argentina way ya on be rama be kama Roberto Martinez so aye me patro Portugal coach wakasa na ono si national team no omo Ronaldo apaso 2026 World Cup omo Ronaldo ani.
Usted dirige a Cristiano, más allá de admirar seguramente a Leo. ¿Qué sensación le da esto?
Bueno, me da que el fútbol es justo con ellos, porque yo creo que en este sentido yo puedo hablar del compromiso de Cristiano con el deporte. Es un ejemplo. La longevidad de una carrera se tiene que trabajar mucho y en este caso ver dos futbolistas como Lionel Messi y Cristiano Ronaldo que pueden llegar a los 6.
Say Messi na ba Safra Ronaldo ese poma paso it's a football omo dia call different level na mama Thomas Tuchel na wakasa pe say bisa say group omo dam Croatia, Ghana, Panama was say omo find good solution and sana work up na Thomas Tuchel kasaye about difficult opener, difficult group, World Cup draw. No yente no care about the draw. Thomas Tuchel.
The glitz and the glamour and the razzmatazz.
Yeah.
You like it?
I do not like it, but we could have done it also like without all of this. I don't need it, but of course it's a huge stage and it's big entertainment. I was very well aware that it's not about the deep inside of football today. It was about the presentation.
When we can about and not John say na a very entertaining na uche Donald Trump buy yesterday omo to Roma deni akona na ni aje na yensante do san kakao.
A difficult group with Croatia and Ghana, two regulars in World Cups and two proud and strong nations, and Panama. I don't know much about Panama at the moment, but we will find out about it until the tournament starts, of course. Yeah. For me, I'm only experienced group football in Champions League formats, and the way to approach it was always to give it the biggest respect and to put all the focus into winning the group. It always seems difficult, like our group now.
And yet Thomas Tuchel, mami otu adu image no na Black Stars coach. So I can say be about me patcho World Cup no. Na and some of the two Ghana and no and Benas so at the Atutua ye jam at Damam Otuado Ghana group no also is a 12 group, but it is doable. There are other worse groups. We want to win every match, and I know on a good day we can beat anyone. Black Stars coach, you know, was so just a Ghana nya good da. Petma show Bia, Bishop Croatia, Bishop Panama, near England, Mammy Pacho, a year or Peno Croatia, or a boss, a fellow, a year me Pacho, Dalit, Zlatko Dalit, on Sukasai about the group.
We don't hear too much about Ghana. I know my friend Asamoah Gyan. He played with me when I was in Alain. I know that will be very tough game. Special Ghana team is very strong, very fast. It cannot be easy for us. We must do everything and check in this team. I know your ambition also pass. Group stage is our goal, our target.
Was say when him Ghana na omo good na time for someone Jan o coaching wo all ein na oji se ebe kama diama wo mo na enwachi no osan ade to ground ese World Cup no opening game against England ano pay den ade ama wo mo na on pay ready for some match no Panama and Ghana opponent on pay to achieve good results ade every wo so na enwachi me pa cha ma me coach on so Panama coach Thomas Christensen ni image no na also can say was say I faced him na nyina say no oye player e Bundesliga and you Ghana coach Otu Ado and you Thomas Christensen on your Panama coach no on Otu Ado a champagne Satam no a player of Bundesliga no na on quality or as a player obetimi say their any team no Jidema pass of course Iñaki Williams or Edmond Bebao any other players no on Bahake so at ama Black Stars Mami Hurricane on so kasaye about England World Cup draw yente Hurricane in summer or the Tuga after the draw.
Hi guys, just reflecting on the World Cup draw. Obviously exciting times always whenever you find out who you're going to be playing. It builds the excitement around the tournament. Obviously tomorrow we find out where we're going to be playing, which I think adds to the excitement as well when you start to picture the stadiums that you're going to be playing in and who you're playing against. So yeah, exciting draw. I think there's some tough groups in there. With the newer format, it'd be interesting to see how it pans out, but ultimately just
top groups and are very tough and somewhat Didier Deschamps as we France boss also a Kasaye after the draw was a tough group and a France Sakotom Nanso or Jilisa a toughest part and a group of death and Omo Akotu Nanso Munim say on perfume on Obaye and you Didier Deschamps na Samen Nazi as what for me France will finish top group France Aquadam no Samuel Nazi was France group no Senegal Norway as Archers a birthday at the Ama woman so France a bit more qualified no Piasso Ayakama and at the Luis de la Fuente as Spain. Coach also Kasaye was set no credit no more epifa was say or possible some better for group stages now ultra Argentina national team now on between normal ball a round of 16 and now set baby no pakwan kwakodu no Bekama so at the Amawomo and you Luis de la Fuente was say a class Spain a favorite and so no and your weekend side and what the ebeba na me pacho mame Bernardo Silva as what Casasa Portugal petime at the World Cup no and now Portugal entering the World Cup drawn a by Bernardo Silva Casafa.
Didn't even have to finish my sentence.
That's an easy one. I need a World Cup.
You need the World Cup.
I need it.
Next summer?
I hope so. We're going to try our best. It's the toughest competition, a bit like the Champions League. Small details, small mistakes. Even luck plays a small part for it, but it would be the biggest achievement of my life because Portugal never did that. It's the only trophy that our country never won, so I would love to do that.
Interesting, because I've had Portuguese and I've had English players.
Was say 2026 a time for Portugal to shine. na ohia se o win World Cup pass e be man football career ni CV e be fe e be kama na mame Marco Materazzi the wife awana no den eno am di snow na na to ne bae or kofro pass amoma ko baby on be draw no you pon say mami akoselepe Marco Materazzi hwe areho I wanna kiki mami no a kiki no a kiki ne pa he so na to sa no slow and a tossa no or kofro pass no and a nyame ne dana sene nine and twisted and no idea by football coming so na mami Premier League fixtures na o twa major European leagues ebeba so na o ko England say na fixtures na ebeye and about 12:30 Aston Villa Arsenal Bournemouth Chelsea and 3 p.m. Everton Nottingham Forest Man City Sunderland Newcastle Burnley Tottenham about Brentford at least Liverpool and we have 5:30 or China Brighton and a West Ham and a Fulham 4:30 China or the Crystal Palace Monday Wolves United and no Eba na me pacho Mosquera and the Crystal Mosquera Jamete and sa opposite further test and Sanoma Musapoino the uncle in Jonia so far Obetimel and I want to more Jamete say between 6 to 8 weeks Obetimatan chain and Sana Mosquera Baba what me up now my Arsenal team ever training now also Arsenal players no or more trainer be prepare for a gamer ayana no ma edite mu kama eso edima omo na eno ene daso edema ma me gym work no na omuro mo gym eso eye sika ye kakra eye gym aduma ewe se bia be kama soba eye reality training center Arsenal team no ene edom nsam ema o Jeremy Frimpong me ba cho returning to training no ma aye kama eso edi amomo me ba cho ma Cody Gakpo and what go now was say Liverpool training no me pa church corner pa and what the bona to bad no akwa kwese bia kama and you Cody Gakpo na no Liverpool training aso etimi aba so brand mo prepare for game and Liverpool ever ball against Sunderland na bia so aye kama and no and ba ye jejamon na you breaking it down na you touching it down na Alexander Isak at in Sempia Tuga life Liverpool or Sassi no
much more. Of course, I always do that. Even when I do really well, I want more. So that's not a problem for me. But yeah, I'm just trying to stay positive.
What say or person where you more at Liverpool? Now one nim tentia or Sassi no my day. Your football no sometimes. No ma ebe difficult at now. Na me patro ma mi Gabriel. Ne bastard pizza. Ne impact the homage with the image to so Gabriel Magalhaes as a defender. Na yaso a boss na pa. A bastard piece impactor. This is in Premier League no. 11 matches with Gabriel and 3 matches without or no. Na urama goals or Arsenal from 11 matches no. Omu etima share 7 goals from set pieces. And without 3 matches, Arsenal and share goal from set piece and watching our percentage of total goals are 47% from set pieces with Gabriel Magalhaes and 0.2 but 0% so without and the average me patcho go from set piece and no or the about 0.65 and without 0.27 goes from open play I set piece me patcho 8 and no from 11 games with Gabriel and without 7 and average goes from open play and also at so and no at the Empire Jamon and so at the Amamotmadian so not me patcho you go break no down my point of an exalt disasi na disasi Jamaica Elion for a show interest and discuss a person the point about winter transfer market we mo omani abre omo sidi nyina ne sa boy na fe ne akite one mata omo hwe so omo beko afcon so beko dia on person omo de boy na ye fe no disasi omo de ba no better bia kamana Chelsea training no so etimi etodwa abra omo prepare for game omo pepo uramo kopana Chelsea omo training no na paso ama bia so ye kama won wo ho samre na won sunu ne to ntomo pa no ma hyehyɛ omo ho no ma hwere bia so ye kama na Reece James na Chelsea supporters no omo ato abama no as me patro player of the month for November no Reece James and omo the South basketball there no so ati amano na me patro ko pama enzo Maresca so name game on bebo 90 minutes anase ontimi emo 90 minutes enu te ontimi enche na ebusan about rotation enzo Maresca se debia obe honest or try so be honest with footballers no na juma so ayekama no bia timi abobi na bia so find jama Chelsea na urama mpacho Lille boy na ye friend Ajob buade no and so far so several Premier League teams show interest some na boy no mo pe Chelsea Arsenal push sa kwada no tene beba na bibia so ayekama eno demete na me pa Manchester United mam Jesse no beshe Monday against Wolves white Jesse no and a Manchester United beshe United for Monday Ombesa just now appear so atmi ayekama eno demete nhyasa Jesse no emfa enlusu game this season in Tomobashe on Monday. Messi Mount, Demetri sa onye one of A2 players Amorum Eka say Omo Brad Messi Mount eye fit obetuma badwuma de ama womon me patcho ma me La Liga na me fishes mama and wa game back to odwa highlighting what they to so and Real Oviedo and Real Mallorca na ekwaye 0-0 and Villarreal Boratefe and watch Deportivo Alaves Real Sociedad Real Betis against Barcelona 5:30 Athletic Club against Atletico Madrid 8 p.m. Ochina games epetodwa Elche Girona Valencia Sevilla Espanyol Rayo Vallecano Madrid Celta Vigo and game sebetodwa La Liga no na medama Deco Ediatudwa Robert Lewandowski contract where one of the best air strikers say omo recent years we in film enye na decide obetena and I want early stages na Deco say opese Portugal as a winning a World Cup no the player come on sort of Portugal or Brazil ba Obama Portugal national team and no sama Deco at the Atuga na Barcelona sister omo esanoma epefa at the amom na Deco say Julian Alvarez on kasa about one evisa onye player or Batman at that team nya deso peka about Julian Alvarez and no sama the Atuga about Barca penal na me patcho Barcelona as winter petman sign a defender Ronald Arroyo say as someone recover psychologically wanya fita enya adese ompemano atwaso ompako for defender na omodina pa Barcelona fans no basam panifo so manya 300 cases confirm as supporters no epi try as take it no matter omne Frankfurt Champions League game no omo pesa omo Saturn eno demetia me jam Lamine Yamal enya La Liga player of the month Abbas body Lamine Yamal and the South Pass body no eso edi amana mabia eso eye kama na dem say Supreme Court oma order La Liga so muntua 8.8 million euros and former Real Madrid for me patro infringement from 2015 omuntua sasika no emfa Emma Madrid eno edemete na Madrid omso mo planning eso mo build Silicon Valley like like project omo no vadebe pass no omo epebi eso mpacho me bia eso aye fine na mami Alonso ne wife omo chele kakra Alonso say adai yesu kra ye jahem nkwada no bash me a was sister me wife ye giane na mami aye madu Mbappe and any madu player of the month for November no edemete na mami fa Vini Junior edemam SS so you convinced ese operi no contract yes say one opanya fan Alonso say omuntam eye kama pa no eye Vini Junior na urama mpacho mame eye French mame Bundesliga na me fan first fishes no ba ku to dwa mine so fine eto Borussia Mönchengladbach ebe shomo bako ene Osberg bo Leverkusen Heidenheim Bo Freiburg, FC Cologne, Bo St. Pauli, Stuttgart, Bo Bayern München, 230, Wolfsburg, Bo Union Berlin, na RB Leipzig, Bo Frankfurt, and we game Sebetuga, and Ochina Hamburg, Bo Werder Bremen, Dortmund, Bo Hoffenheim, and no game Sebetuga, and at Medi Amamono, and somehow to Eba, not me Pacho Ukorama, Mame Enya Juma, Eso and Famamon, Eso Koroma me Patron Roa. Friendly championne Baku Ebaso Monaco Echo away Emma Brestois Echo Shomu Bakua Omu Entrante Nanua Paul Popper Esa Ebamo Popper Ebepobi Abra Monaco Esu Elusu Egame no no Ede Dawa Miti Emamo na Uraman Pacho Fishes the Senator non Elbo Lens on Pacho non Elbo Lons and a Tulu Ebo Strasbourg PSG and Ebo Eta Omni Rene na Elbo or Chinese Elbo on J or Z Elbo Med na me pacho o Lauren Omnilion eso ebebo na biaso atimi ayekama na Fabregas yes sister obefi eye koma eye Barcelona na Man City omo sa teams ni no na omo hyase ni team koma pese Pep Guardiola kwa fa boba se omo pam Hansi Flick ana okwa pese Fabregas eso eba na biaso eye kama na me pacho owura ye friend me pacho Bayern Munich players no at the support akoma Thomas Muller on se ene uramo MLS gamer Vancouver Whitecap and Inter Miami papa na Bayern Munich players at the message akoma Thomas Muller.
Congratulations for getting to the final.
Servus Tommy, herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Einzug ins Finale.
Servus Mulli, ein weiteres Finale für dich. Hey Thomas, ich wollte Glückwunsch sagen for your win in the West Conference Final.
I just want to say good luck to Vancouver and Thomas Müller in the MLS Finals.
Hey Mulli, wir wünschen dir viel Erfolg am Samstag um 20:30 Uhr im Finale.
Jawohl, da wo du hingehst, werden Titel gewonnen. Also viel Erfolg.
Viel Erfolg.
Mach einfach das, was du dein Leben lang gemacht hast und gewinn die Dinger auch.
Wir freuen uns sehr für dich und Upa und ich drücken ganz fest die Daumen. Wir gucken es selbstverständlich gemeinsam an. Public Viewing bei Upa zu Hause, hat schon alle eingeladen.
We wishing you the
best. Somami Inter Miami. Final training photo shooter. Ye image no. We training no. And try picture man here come Otu Ado. Was Bournemouth. Semenyo perform better this season. Better say obe take step up. Obe free Bournemouth team no. Na Semenyo akwotim fufra ebeboa no. No ensama or that to Donald Trump. Say omo USA. Omo ebepe another name. Inside the player omo de ebe to soccer. On soccer America kwaku. Omo friend soccer. Was say enche we have to come up with another name for what we call now. Call soccer, we should call it football. America, and no summer, what Jabab one thing, a barber to guy a demon. Now, Ghana and England, yet share me patch once, and a quite 1-1 draw 2011. And a Ghana, as soon England, a team no, a team shy, so now young fan summer dwa, your Bob one and ne. And no pay Saturday no pay young farmer England Tama 2011 that Don Fabio Capello. And an England, then coach Ghana group so Ghana, Croatia, Panama, England. Kwaku.
Madam, see a buffy na ya Bobby Ramo, a war, Mamma Kai for messages, Kakra. Na Yanko, ye nim Mauzane. Amano, Ghana is going to be Panama, Croatia, simple. There is no way England would beat us. Their best is draw. Bono, any Cisco ball. Good morning, Abu. I'm watching you live from Kwawa Sacracas in Paris, CHS. Portugal will win the 2026 World Cup. It will be Portugal versus France. And Portugal will get the walkover. The other ABOU no Wasiu Adams. I'm watching the show live and clear at Ofori Chrome. Wasiu Adams, AK Foreign News, former student of Techima and Jakon Community Day Senior High School. I need update on Barcelona. Abu Dhabi booking codes. Emeza Anadie Obebre Kakra was added on Tia Kan Awati. Now one be out Kenny Stone. Please predict the matches for us this weekend. Abi Beba Abeye Fifi Ricardo Di Cras Pietro. Watch you live from Mehdi Coleman. I was in Ghana to qualify with 7 points. Patient Benewa, Lil White from Breku Magazine. Ghana will qualify simple. Biaga, Benjamin Asari versus Harry Kane. Watch you live from Akima Safo. Bantuma Bekui single. Yeah, no, about maybe Ram Starboy watching the show live and clear at Fumbim Airport. And Biaga, a woman, darling club Liverpool to lose today's game so that he will be sacked. Watch you live from Akima Safo. And Afi Agdesi Prosper Getsi January. Like, no, about ABOU Ram Club Porch. Or the Abedi Tiger. Listen to live from Bechim. Eric Nana Amwe Sisi Kapa. Good morning. Or no sweareba. Eba Babi Ram Wahad. Tuzo de no. Obetimi area born. Facebook making kind. Area Monrabu Abedi Kwada Sukuma say. Champion Abu enjoying the show live and clear. TP, TKB, Micro Credit Service Admotion. Good run for Ghana. Hi to Mama Soja Kwara. So Aziz Dan. Hawa. Kasa Prekon. Good job, guys. Live from Abu Dhabi. Senior Boka. Good morning, Abu. And Boka watch you live from Manswanye. Ghana, we are happy to meet Ghana. We are happy we beat England 2-1. And I'm on the Kennedy son, the DK Yano. So, and now we are happy with the draw. Group Ghana, Yakwakotono, England, Panama, Croatia. Yebetinia Koyenim. Send us 0207543637 on the Facebook page on Okwa. Fakye TV, over to me, Jamesi, you know, man, Marking Kerry. I mean, there we are, Bape. We are for the crowd on Nadiaka, a rabbit to me, Ramamo. Yeah, Bassis here. in the form of text message and I will on WhatsApp line so 0207543637 0207543637. Good morning, Abu Dhabi. Black Stars Heat Afafala with 7 points on top of the Group L. Chelsea will win by 3-1. Extend my greetings to my only sister, Priska. Today is her birthday. May God continue to bless her. From grace to grace, Ishima, watch you live inside Sekwa, Tano Krum, Nodeba, Ebe Ramo. Ozi, good morning, Mr. Abu, and your Fakye team, and Backman. Watch you live from the northern capital, Tamale. I've been following you since your time at to me, Sompa. Mr. Abu, I really enjoy your program. Tamale here, I don't listen to any sport program, even on Fakye Sport. When I'm to sleep safe, I make sure I turn to Fakye TV before I sleep. Some as the same to when I'm going to work. The big game is coming on today. Tamale Derby between the landlord boys, Real Tamale United versus Tamale City. Come tomorrow. Karela will beat out of folk. And we all know Group M, Nigeria, Republic of Ireland, China, and Afi Iran. The other about Ebe Ramono. Good morning, Nabu. I want to see the world champion bouncing back, winning to their winning ways after losing to Leeds United. Chelsea. Elvis, Ginny, and on the ram. DIABY is Officer Kennedy, your brother from Brekuma Mangwase, and I'm watching you live from Dunkonofe. Hey, Officer Kennedy, Policeman Kennedy, Dunkonofe Police Station, bro, and Opin Charles Kuramo. And Farmer Abu, you are the best presenter in Ghana, no size. As it Brekuma Rempe from Lowen Kaka, Game City, bro. Me jidi zenema eko kama pano. Good morning, Nabu, and Fakye Sports Team. This is Aruna from Asamankesi. I wish my darling club Barcelona all the best in their today's game against Betis. Looking at Ghana's group in the World Cup, we will get 5 points and we will win against Panama, draw against England, and draw against Croatia. And which was good morning, Abu. My name is Cool White from Sun City. Group E is the group of death, but Ghana must qualify. There is Fala. Ghana 1, England 1. The other about Ebe Ramu, Ewa no. Good morning, Mr. Abu. I've been on Sunday in Sunyana Regional Hospital. Messi came to the Major League Soccer and turned a baby club into a continental threat. Meanwhile, some goat applicants keep jumping from league to league like they are going to do a world tour for easy mood. Messi built team, other guy built gym, race, Messi win heart, trophy, respect, and other guy win YouTube subscribers. Messi present make team look world class. Self-proclaimed GOAT present make team look traumatized. When Messi touches a league, viewership rises, stadium sell out, entire football culture level up. When the self-proclaimed GOAT touches a league, replay angles, in-kills, penalty, debate restart, and fans' excuses hit peak season. Introduce a Bluetooth goal. Messi didn't change a club, he changed a continent. And meanwhile, the other GOAT is still trying to change his all-time greatest PPT slide. The difference is simple. Messi creates errors and the other guy creates arguments. And as a waging channel, baby, you are me no nyadwen, but waging it means when carry and found to Madiano, Embra, Eba, Yebe, Kinkeri, Mama, also don't super Ababi, Ura from Kwabre, Bosori. Also, good morning, my lovely people. Keep up the good work. You're there by no. Bibi Abo called a special one.
Alhamdulillah. How do you so here?
Ben so mo ye no so da ye de.
Bende.
O da yi kama pa.
I'm very fine.
Amate yewra mu kakra me no draw no ye shall see di ho command na ade achi ma the latest update aba. But no ade nya ene de. There's a nya de keto akra de yewra na achi league matches no ne ada we bia. Na yewra romantic ni be bia de me shall see.
Okuyenchi ahwefo na ye me ho akwaba na Saturday ewia ya be kwai fro be ko mo be kwa yi be ko mo be kwa abadi nti o be ko ti. I mean, Kenya na hona intra weekend ni we kontu ne nema wo boys ni ne ade. But openi Andra Washington DC, the match awaited 2026 Mondial draw na no bia ehwe anim no eba so, and as a matter of fact we watch, if not mistaken, the best ever sporting draw yehu ewo wiase. Not only World Cup, the best ever World Cup draw, but from where I sit, I think that the best ever sporting draw say something a sports event not prior to the event whole draw the best of its kind that yahwe the ndra Washington DC. The ability for FIFA to pull three most important figures with the same stage. The president of United States of America, Canada Prime Minister, and the Mexico president say you pulling kofu we me answer. I do my baby Gina stage so as a goal to make sure say competition na bono. I am on my me and some we and a host too. So you have core responsibility to share podium no, to demonstrate. Actually, we are seeing now say World Cup is coming here, and the first gentleman and then the first lady of these respective nations. No, man for say if we are here, there is peace. Koku ubetimiaka Canada and US and okay, but to bring Mexico, the rifts are a war Mexico and US, especially Donald Trump omuntem. So for FIFA to get them on board to make sure say me and saying and podium at the goal. Now among smiley and say in just selfie at that screen you saw Ochi. It tells you a Juma who references Gianni Infantino and any entourage, aye. A choir so making sure saying each and every time I ever World Cup piano, they didn't kind a boy and your friend the best ever. The Baba body at was overtake sa adiano. So, Arabona Yebon, you look at the present, you look at the future. No one you base on the present to build your future. And exactly what FIFA has been doing over the years. So, you have more impending for the organization, for the arrangement, and the Kwaya fast a conducted draw. I saw a post from Sky, almost say 87 minutes. Say a football time any year, but we couldn't get 3 minutes, penny about 90 minutes. Before the draw itself was conducted. Inti Endrano, yes, spending 87 solid minutes. Umenya posted the also the Amoa doing something different, creating an atmosphere, creating an environment. A man for combat doesn't. Yes, the epic of football competition. The Mundia. We talk about personalities. From various sporting disciplines. You pulling Omunina on stage, making sure that among conducted draw. Aside that, I think that more Rio Ferdinand, also any Sam Johnson. What is this Sam Johnson? And yet Ghana Sam Johnson, Samantha Johnson, Kwaya Mufaso, also conducted among any draw no Sunday a year no Emma and the there were some points and maybe other people were of doubt and answer clarity no any shada end this so. But before see a conducted draw no I'm explaining everything bit by bit. Amubia. What you say? Now we've seen the draw in full. But still, I still have some picks. Any takes we'll do. This is a production with the groups. Even before that, now help me with countries are the previous World Cup. Let's take it from them. Now, so since the inception of the Mondial, 1930, they made in edition. Uruguay or J. Then 34 come Italy. They defended it again in 38, by Uruguay in 1950, West Germany in 1954, Brazil in 1958, and then Brazil again in 1962. Now, pause at where Brazil at 1962. Now, 1962, I'm a Brazil for after the draw, Endra. I give you hope. Say, anytime we be a World Cup drive, Brazil, say, Group C. Eventually, Brazil win a tournament. So, in 1962, that is where everything started. So you go back, I'll come back here. In 1962, Brazil for the edge. Now we proceed to the next. England for EBG in 66. Now Brazil ever in 1970. Another World Cup, Brazil find themselves in Group C. Almost EBG and edition. Now so West Germany by 74, Argentina in 78, Italy in 82, Argentina again in 86. Now about West Germany in 1990, Brazil in 1994, France in 1998, Brazil in 2002, and also they find themselves in another Group C. Now, what we were ABOU, Italy in 2010, now what Spain in 2014, Germany 2018, France 2020, and Argentina, the last edition. Now, Brazil for 3 times, I'm going to find myself in Group C. Now, another interesting thing is that Kweku say ohwe mu din ene baby omu free a pushing kakra e dey ababedu baby ejina sese na it tells you say baby a omako ene baby omu eba sese it's been years. The last time you omu say omu ejina hwemu din na ko the last time omu brozo was in 2006. Meboa
2002.
Sorry, 2002. Any who omu say omu je EDS omu na so. Nti we count over 2 decades. Afeni yes na baby who Brazilian national team so omu eba nti omu say things favor them so omako actually for some time and they are preparing themselves. They believe say with manager now okuto omu sisi ya no they have what it takes to win the World Cup. It lead me to mass man me person me can edify Brazil and after the draw. Carlo Ancelotti say what in name and come on now more dear one answers our question what Brazil wabre. Whatever drew America, they are still asking the same question. He want to make it emphatically clear. One thing. If it in there, Ekopim June, Ekubosumi Nsia any DNA. And never be breed the BC. Se name a fitter or the never call World Cup DB. Se name I want to say any other Brazilian player or Bob Warner or the never call World Cup DB. I think that the earlier Brazilians move from name and common, the better for the team. On any day, if Neymar Jr. a fitter, current Brazilian players obi anywhere or you superstar essay. A neighbor na yebo Brazil form where we are singing now. Say Neymar a fit na or bobo na obi anyo. But the truth of the matter is that young Kano Krenche say in the last 2 years, have we watched the best version of Neymar for even 2 weeks continuous ana? The answer is no. Yenya sir. And to say the pressure to coaches soon every time yemfa name and co na players na nkasa because the last time Casemiro mu nyina e grantee interview ka say they want to see Neymar kweku say all the Neymar be cut team no na onya fit ontimi add anything to the team. What is the essence of bringing him on board? So for me I think that the best thing Brazil for nyina ebetimi aye say let's hope if the boy is fully fit. I don't think that Carlo Ancelotti in his right senses if Neymar a fit to say the nano o see from Edema Santos wa ebo hat-tricky na ye prepare when they call World Cup Neymar a fit ne form ne or boy juma Carlo Ancelotti will wake up and say when name 26 or 20 whatever squad they call America, Canada, any Mexico without including the poster boy in his squad. Let's just allow the manager to work. Let's encourage Neymar. Let's wish him well. If he is fit, he is their Ronaldo. He is their Messi. He is their Pelé at the moment. So I fit Brazil ni be anywhere. Obeka say yen call World Cup without dropping. But every time yen coach whilst other players are equally doing good. He is not supposed to add up to numbers, but he's supposed to go and make an impact. Because a name a team with the tournament none the form yet. Number 4 so any the year Chilemaniko or Conabo or Mobile Kuku, he also create another problem in the dressing room. The moment he is part of the squad at Ebekono, irrespective, send a form yet on Saturday fully fit, and the Air Force where there's a coach tournament, he gets there and he creates problem in the dressing room. I'm not saying it's problematic, but if the figure of Neymar is in your dressing room every day, your match you know when we need not in Kenya. And Central for about post match, they will not even talk about tactics. They will not talk about things that went wrong. The first question they will ask, hey Neymar, they should allow the man Carlo Ancelotti to have the freedom and the liberty to work. If the boy is fit, Neymar goes to the World Cup without anything. Let's leave it that way. Now I was reading through draw or any groupings now. We are Scotland and now give me the full draw. Because we are Scotland and I want miss out on World Cup for so many years. I fail no qualifier over back. Omunya qualification. What's the name of this Liverpool left back? Robo.
Andy Robertson.
Ebeka and some the far qualification. The NT are we are very happy. How excitement are minding what they want to achieve at the Mondial. Now I look at their group. Brazil group, Morocco, Haiti, and then Scotland also. But we making kind and I'm who we say about some culture say. The last time we who Scotland tournament as here Ushia Brazil any Morocco in the group Morocco share Brazil share. Oman for bibia for free on group. This time around Oman senior by beam. They are not fortunate. And they also say exercise near my actual history and what about in books. Now who say Saudi and especially coming to another World Cup, this Moroccan side, one of the best teams at L tournament. I say because they are coming as one of the teams at the last edition, boy, and almost finish it within the last four. That is the semi-finals. And this our tournament now. The previous edition semi-finalists group, the all-time best national team when it comes to World Cup now because in Brazil group, it brings a bit of scare. The only advantage is Scotland for everything their pride at least there is 80. And there are 8 other best national teams added the 3rd best place team number. Deal with Haiti. Now, even a point if we were, it gives them the opportunity to say, qualify. So for them, they in their group, yesterday we talked about it, and now after reading, I saw this one, so I said, okay, Scotland for our chance there, but our chance, based on history, a bit minimal. Now, what do I monitor in change? Now, where the other group are? We talk about a group of them for the France, Senegal group. Now, Emra, you said it here, said the repetition of what we watched in 2002. Yes, baby, who Saturday no ever have you. Now you're saying you're the same France and Senegal. You will give us the opening game. If there are players who are what match with a mini something at the moment, there are 3 players in the Senegal national team currently. They were born and bred in France as so. Growing up, people even thought say then come represented France but they play for the Senegalese national team. And right a point, people are saying say you see 2 African countries in team group, but there are 2 African countries in one group. Yeah. That is France and Senegal. Not African countries by origin, by African countries based on players that the French national team. Because unless for France for squad you will get about 50% of Nkwafo represented France on national team at the World Cup. Say Africa. One can the most important player in the team. African roots. That is Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah.
They will come to the World Cup with a Ballon d'Or winner. Current US Ballon d'Or winner. Ousmane Dembele. Traces at the bar say who breaking it down now each department. Ngolo Kante must still ever call World Cup Libya. We will see them now. Paul Pogba starting for Monaco. If Enyema as planner, Andrew World Cup not the form here. He also come. These are all Nkofo. You look at them on more routes. Now for all Senegal for Ilman Ndiaye, Edward Mendy, and then Kalidou Koulibaly. These are players they were born and bred our France as so. The Omunyina Nkofo Omonso, the spirits Abakwasema and France. They also know some things that they will bring it on board and make sure say represented at the ABOU the Senegalese nationals. So I think that their group is also going to be an interesting group. Though a very difficult game, but they will also find a way among the France. No man who can on the first one. Now, you can't no way for us. And Nema Eddie Eba on board for so many years. Now, Norwegian national team no Emma World Cup. Because Ellen Haaland and then the squad on Eba, they've decided say Amodia Nimunyam she Ebe break no way, man. For so many years, no monko. Now, so group are now in Italy mo, and they're competing for a top spot to qualify automatically to the World Cup. Now, ultimately, Italy are born home and away. Yejitum said recently the Italian national team has not been the best of itself, but so we make a statement: Italy home and away now qualify ABOU World Cup. But somebody who has been able to defeat Italy home and away, because on neutral grounds in Senegal. On neutral grounds, Sahanipan owns France national team.
Yeah.
Irrespective of how good are you Senegal for, how solid are you France for, I think that if there is a country throw stiffer competition at the Amon was our group, so France, Senegal, now obey careful. No way for an end or kid on catch them say, yeah, trying to be free playoff now, but before that person comes, you're knocking door now, baby, you need to put respect away, so. And I think that they will give the other teams almost a very good run for their money. Now, in the Ghana group, so even before Ghana group, Portugal, more than anything.
Ghana,
fine. Now, Portugal, group, we talked about it here yesterday. And then Colombia, the Colombia of ages. James Rodriguez more time, no, and yeah, no any you. But Kuku Omoyen Kofua on any day because of Omo nature, style of football now Omobono. Unu Omu Asia, you watch them and watch your back very well. One thing that when you stand there, Portugal, Mono Colombia will deal with them. Then you train the also qualify Ababe come, but Portugal should keep an eye on Colombia. One country, I work up on several times until you need to respect them and accord them with that necessary respect. For Argentina, there, who's a man for a said, groups in big teams now, groups for Argentina. But I make exception for Austria for
a very good team.
Formidable. I know I'm going to call over 30 something matches. No, we are They are a strong side. And he knew Professor Ye Juma Ewo because among one of the powerhouse if you ask football community, people are underrating our effort. I will not agree say Argentina group the cheapest or the easiest group. Algeria na ultimate trust to recently the Algerian side now and even Morocco echo 2022 come make a statement and kind of African teams no they can be good our continent so could drew World Cup now say no from but I think that Austria you need to watch them. Jordan Modier you come there and be the whipping boys now you're trying whoever and also bit my image the Argentina now Kweku Unim say just 30 seconds say depending on how our teams now are mobile money man or be fast qualify if they top their group at the quarter-final stage we can get parents. Let me see parents have been bet many Argentina and Portugal. Not only Argentina, Portugal, we can have France, Netherlands. If so many not top in group, so France top in a group, Netherlands top in a group. Now I'm navigate way through the what's the name 32 and then the round 16. At the quarter-finals, we will get France playing against Netherlands. You bet many Spain playing Belgium, Brazil playing England, and then Argentina playing against Portugal. If so many na top group na baby on befano or meet me qualify at the these are the draws and I say we are anticipate say at the quarter-final stages you meet me so we leave that for time to decide. So I'm better group or meet me progress respectively at the a time and one a bit me decide.
Mate, remember European matches no be our washing 18 near the many who said the name of this yako. Go. Maybe I'll book all day. Ebeye, why? Ebeye. Mate, Yemrama na share kakrama na my shobra na yemkeni.
Okay. Koku, yeni na ye share ni mu. How na draw no besifako. And now that draw and so team abasuno, team biano will prepare. Players will start playing justify your inclusion. Because there are some teams we are here or more players, far. Most of them and him say I'm going to the World Cup. Others too and him say they need to play their ways into a squad everything you call World Cup. And that is something that from now to the end of the season you see players and so kakra bomb trying to play it safe near the arena and so but that is how it's supposed to be. By the end of the day, we are going to see beautiful games and how normally nan and so besifako. Kwaku, I'm looking at England. Any group and so them. Not to talk about games on how besifako. I'm looking at England and Coach FN Thomas Tuchel on how Nyoman and so betimiako ediamano. If top seeds ni na to top group na. We will quarter finals. When we will to share teams are Kessiana to see we will run more final, and that is something that a headache anymore run because CMD can't anything less than a final until end the level as would when it comes to England and do because Nipano Obe we place was a person that major tournament and England drew a level that they are respectable. The only thing on to me was say nobody to me at major tournament and to media mom. Nearby, this would be the first major tournament. Though the qualifying stage, he did well, playing a lot of games, scoring goals, and not even conceding a goal. That is to tell you that or building a team that okay for England, minor, okay for no, and how Osifa operating no is something that I very nice. England national team no. But when we get to the Mundial, and answer no. And say that make us a top seed in Nano, 8 million group. You will probably be playing against team my friend here, Brazil and Argentina now before you are probably they will get to the final. That is not something that you want to do, regardless how solid, how strong your team is. Or tournament, and you say to me who's a to me, I done it done no done some teams to be because on a normal day, World Cup national, regardless how strong England here. Say a far Brazil see what near see a World Cup. You can't belittle Brazil. See a far Argentina see what near see a World Cup. Currently, they are the defending champions. So only a board game Biana, they be very difficult. This is a top seed in number team. We need no more Tokyo group. It's going to be a very difficult one for coach our friend here, Thomas Tuchel, and he is under pressure. Under pressure, no start from a place of a selector to the World Cup. And a World Cup now. The system he's going to play at the World Cup and where he's going to end or reach at the World Cup, add a lot of pressure. And so it me back over friend Thomas Tuchel. So how he'll be able to deal with it, it's something that in Naibeche. And if he is able to deal with it in a positive way, I think it's England team in bad. Because if you look at how teams of no boy, teams are no things are, but about World Cup, Nasi. Now, first game at ABOU, you are playing against Croatia. A tough game there, but it will strengthen you and it will make you know that the task ahead is not an easy task. And I think that it's going to be a long way. We are going to enjoy football. But me, I'm taking particular interest in England national team. I know crack come and I'm saying England. I'm taking particular interest in them, and I'm going to see how Thomas Tuchel Bayern in Yoma. Now what team ends so England do Madrid because England boho football how you common na since GB ye heba be a call 1960 mu baby near the idea kwaku and cancer and the squad that are available to them and a performance is something that is a propel to higher height. Nay time say England nationals will go out of their comfort zone and be performing. Now we have some of them are integral members of the team are performing outside the shores of England. Look at Harry Kane, the performance he's giving. He's giving southern performance to team Bayern Munich. If he is to continue like this till the end of the season, and he's someone that regardless how she goes on time, so he will be available with all things being equal for team in England. And the different culture that they will be learning. The mentality and everything of Munyan or other teams will come and aid team in England. That is my belief. Because I think say the amount for England, born who say England Premier League night I know most of them every other countries. Regardless how their league probably will be strong, many of the England nationals and you're part of that teams normally strong. Look at Chelsea. Oh, for Chelsea now both team players are performing. How many of the players that Chelsea performing in England for? They are best players to you. Some brand defend Moses Sakai said he is not an English national. So what I say, Enzo Fernandez, net to Munino. You go to Manchester City. They are big boys in the team or MON-FRI England or call ABOU team of Liverpool. So more league new year there mostly MON-FRI England. But to say Harry Kane is here with Germany. You bring in the German culture kakra, you get Jude Bellingham playing in the Spanish league. You bring that culture kakra, you get a branch of Rashford playing there. You bring that culture kakra. So I think they have a team and we be able to nyako. Some rank you more. One bet to World Cup no see on paper. I think me top 5 no make me the England ashamed. And if they are to work towards that, na be the more. I think say but succeed no be able to marry near Kwakomo no mun to second. Munya might be a Ghana money at the ade, Ojamo and to qualify. Say the Chelsea in number 10 more kwaje. If you are here, what drew be near to second, no possible be na FFF. And yes, games to was and will do for her, what could do for now.
But almost sad no more money here. Or tournament or movie. Yes. And there's all me. Or mine's already in the first game class, second game, no with Mama Washer. Now is only watching. That final game or read England for almost check.
That is how they are supposed to do it. Because top 6 now we need to call it to top group now.
So you know never was second match.
Yeah.
I'm going to show first match, not second match. I'm going to show.
Oh no, see you top in you qualify about the young. Why you be sure you instead of here is to add that. You know, I think they they know how to calculate these things, and you have people that they are being paid to do that job, so they will come and they will do a good job. Now be as well to my Kamakoku World Cup no draw na baso. But the final stage for 2 of players are Koku. Omo ye football. They sure say baby out bia, obi a supporting bia. You say support to Messi. Say they will support to Messi. Yeah. You appreciate the Ronaldo aye football.
Yeah.
Say the Messi pe Ronaldo asemi. I appreciate the Messi aye football. But the biggest stage of world football, which is the World Cup, no, we are going to see these 2 players for the last time. And Kwaku, I want one of them to also win the World Cup, no fanko. Me a Ronaldo fan, but see the World Cup no we na Messi asandia enye me how. The Ronaldo adia be a plus.
But I could je be on the pa.
I say make right.
Unim and no antina de Messi abeshimo.
That be
World Cup or now Ronaldo adia wani je bejimine.
Oh, Kwaku, you World Cup we na Ronaldo adia na make us money beje. By a pa no doubt. But you use numbers is wadia. Many beji. Koku. Dabi. Me say so obi timi je World Cup no before say because will be a good player. As me
for that one is true.
Ma can.
Now I'm going toabo matches be 7 matches or 8 matches per one. And in the air no create. But yeah, World Cup in Bobo.
Me to the work and say. So what I say. But you World Cup no be na so mu ba ko na aja Kwaku e be me dey in the sense that it will be a good standing up for one of them. Menya kra na nke me yi Kwaku ko mi no mo final that mo final na say message e be ya mo because the message fans any ko ma yenda ga some dey nke be bija ban ka mi nyom mienu
bring it on
at the final.
Bring it on.
And to be a match
bring it on.
Can be a do we are
permutation or grab the video
it depends. Yes, job.
It depends.
Top group na dia quarter final.
Yes.
And I was at the back a hard game pie toss 2 teams in more year win.
Yeah.
Spain Omushia semi-final. At the Amana say no matter be no just about koda say na ba
yeah can ba ko so bet ma free na dynamics no
when there but no possibility near very high
because we are possible possible
Jordan
no say your group stage you bet ma free mu round 32 and round 60
abibi uni that round 32 no table force dey be say qualify round 30 table go third place obehuna ebia team B Jordan B Kuraka obi akonya TV on le mole yepe na wakonya 3 points na bi be do wa continue goals kese ya
the last match we got 3 points before the last one wait to make 10-0
I qualify
defenders
one cup we dey but bi am chance ya hebo papa from quarter final
let the home we start now
fine offer we into so na hade gogo or on fan to so na bobo matches na hade or the two so are hade so the group are you to draw my hade first one Mexico South Africa. Oh, Korea the names are playoff team now be toro. Every so more match there. Canada ni playoff team back. Qatar na Switzerland we able. Brazil Morocco top match. 18 score.
Any match.
Oh, Kwaku.
Any match.
US and Paraguay. A match. Australia na say team now be able playoff no. Germany ni Krakow. Me say abo no me say ma da jin kofi.
Cote d'Ivoire ni Ecuador a match.
And also a match. Cote d'Ivoire Ecuador top match. Holland ni Japan a top match. Sa we no meaning team oba.
Or the Tunisia we he.
Now ko ha ho sa ide. Wa he match bi ran ni New Zealand. Yeah, guys.
What cup
today?
But what cup your World Cup
today?
What cup and they are send the FIFA Club World Cup. You who until start here. And
you know what cup we no go cause still for. What Australia John. What cup? What cup? Never shall say if you are you consider around 16. Now me the way there.
32 no cry me say at matches now go with.
I make a table for the picture.
Say at
I know like a vet no Jordan around 32.
How about you go hide? very yeah. Because we made a many child teams players mean back with me because what they've given us in football, too much. Maybe come back now where the time that Omuna started here and they met at a place, so Omuna Bar, Spanish La Liga, that time too had Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola. So that time, now a year more DSTV, that was our cocoa season. Because during those times, what trauma, now say Barcelona air boss 7, now Real Madrid air ball 9 p.m. Said almost here in 2 hours, and any other kwaku, we pa. And you see people trooping in, watching him, and any performance on me, and so to me by and kwaku. If they are exiting the sea or move jabo or any ball, maybe probably World Cup. Me how Ronaldo will do it, and I don't know how Messi will do it. If a World Cup, no more ages, no. And one more come to us to be mudia. Baby, from where I sit here, me who say be a World Cup, no, and as a Chama Ronaldo will definitely want to be ended because now they are 1,000 goals, no, and I ever see a beshare. Then man Ronaldo time corridors. That it won't help. But Bobo and Kahu said they will see Bobo. And your ghost now watching in Tinema in Ronaldo, something they see as he can. Think Ronaldo and Yai, then Chichena or Tuchino. Nakodaso to Chisi, say, ya, give you a carbon to a jabo. But your ghost now watching is see ya no quan at Ninam. This only does in this eye now. I say, well, Yabo and Bona go to Sabi Janoa, but could I ask him into a World Cup New Year, the basic piano, or no crowd to any diason. The World Cup New Year, the basic piano, on Van Tour, on Virgin, more can met Twasso. Maybe Antimania come. But these two players, they've given us wonderful performances. Unya bibe catcher or nananum, be a catcher or Mazeo players we need by on the Bob more than Empire World Football. And it's something that be naive, be naive. The Koku, name a situation should tell you, say, he is someone that still Brazil for GDA say he got something to give them. Because if you look at former Neymar, share Brazil and Nemo. No disrespect to a branch of Neymar. But so many now will form no more top shape, no more Boboa. You wouldn't say he and Neymar World Cup. Look at Rafinha. Performance for Neymar Barcelona. Now is one of the captains. Performance wise, he's there. Se vini bet twas on one performance quality. You be who drop Pedro you watch Chelsea bet twas more bon homodia. Or also we probably see him. But he would end the mean to me because of performance and by Manchester United as mean to me because of but so has our players and become boom. That's all more perform here. Never will come and probably will be at the bench. That will create problems to the special one air cannon. But Brazil for GDA say something they wanted Neymar to give them. No, he's not been able to give them. He gave them the Olympic Games. Fine, to say okay. It was missing in their cabinet. He gave it to them. But still they feel say World Cup now. The last time they won was 2002.
Yeah.
So they feel say he is the star boy. He is the man to win them the World Cup. It's the only reason why Brazil will start asking Carlo Ancelotti, are you sending Neymar? And they all hear this say he is playing through injury, making sure say even though proud but will try to bring the team No Santos out of Babio Modano is something that a bit dominated discussion. We have a long way to go. Neymar is someone that will do for an international in terms of consistent performance without injury.
Who did you tell Brazil? Our national team are saying we are by a company. Brazil players in a war for me, be a team national team that is away. And only one factor.
Yeah.
Some players now are born with even Estavao and another buyer. Or Bobo and Chomo, and on a man unia issue near them. And the Amami Mania Giami Busino. Tell Obano. The Abacora card review. Where the Ronaldo in 2002.
Or as we are, and no
Ronaldo 2002. When the court car, and then I move for Romario, corner Ronaldo, what's in a few planet. Or Bano Beji go Kija, what come in my Brazil. And no Amami Busino, you see line after. Esan. Oh, last time I World Cup US is Brazil.
Chat na to. Esi ase.
Tisa na oni ade ne be. Odi inji ne be ba Santos we are.
Tira wa she Brazil.
Wa kotina fi no arrest.
Tira wa she Brazil.
Yeah, because Estava okro ba na no e be no. Obo Brazil na she teacher Vinicius Junior ne. Rafinha ne. Rodrigo mo ne tar players no de omo ye no wani mo. Eh, na the Richarlison be World Cup de Cavani ma kotina beje.
What the Richarlison be World Cup?
Cavani ma kotina beje.
Ogu, the gospel truth is that Adin ABOU ye crack team out in the Brazil national team number form.
ABOU, we are the church with the
Brazil national team number form. Normally, Neymar only needs to stay fit.
Well,
only form of crack so stay fit.
Yeah, they never call.
Because said the whole year he's trying to get Santos out of the relegation zone all year. That's a sad thing now with the move to get Brazil the World Cup. I said then they are good to go.
Well, you see, sometimes and there's a drama for so name a Dimba Brazil discussion because of the Vinicius Junior.
Yeah.
Say if they are doing very well,
clubs
and the back, we are not going to name. But when you have there from the club bring now Brazil national team national. And in 2014, say nye Zuniga you call one chia. Kajame be share crack and 7.
And yeah, piano the man.
Junior there or fit in.
And I make say he needs to stay fit. If so, stay fit that said the AC year, he will definitely go to the World Cup. And of course, World Cup and I've seen him doing one or two things with Team Santos. No, I say in terms of motivation wise, how was any boys in CDR growing how we see any man. I think that he will be a major factor in Brazil's national team. Say then now can't Henderson Indiano or Bomb Pioneer a senior figure near no. Neymar can be such a person. And Carlo Ancelotti is a person that he knows how to handle these things. Because if you look at Real Madrid last season, anyhow he was able to manage them. He will be able to manage the dressing room that Neymar bench. Wouldn't create any confusion. So Neymar there, he will definitely be at the World Cup only if he is fit or a fit in Kwandia. And Carlo Ancelotti should embrace himself. That question, so or press now on throw Neymar answers Nimuasi because and he is going to answer those questions. So I think that he's going to answer them. Now be at my come Koku. So share and I remember European games in it.
European games in it, all the men here met him on bare 5 minutes be an eye but who will be careful when I go on men or crash. So then I got Bezoka.
Me didn't come over me Juventus in Napoli.
Napoli, we never back. My show, bro. My show. Obi the message about sending bisa wasembi. Na mama here na men clear no na fair no chance any enko. Ozi good morning Abu. The show is live and clear here at Osei. Ozi, kindly ask my show for me again. Ozi, Ronaldo can still win the World Cup. That's a question for you. Obi the other about Facebook there, bro. Ozi means I'm bisa still Ronaldo beating at the World Cup now.
Is actually possible. Don't even say impossible. Just like we are talking, say other nations, Brazil, and other countries can easily win the World Cup. No? Yeah. It might be possible for Cristiano Ronaldo to win the World Cup. Looking at the group or them and looking at Baby or Namna or the corner, because we are seeing Cristiano Ronaldo who giving a last dance to the Portuguese national team come in the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and I believe say Ankoye say or qualify from the group stage. Nasa or topping the group. Now Argentina also topping the group. No, we now go through the last 32 games. Go through the last 16 games, the quarterfinals. Now say that clash, unlimited the chances of Cristiano Ronaldo winning the World Cup. I think say the route now Ronaldo now, anywhere he is actually heading towards, everything demands and everything shows clearly say Ronaldo when the Portuguese national team decide to play for him. If the player decide to to do a backup job for him, now some of your money so Omobo are sacrificing a lot of things that Cristiano Ronaldo. Definitely Ronaldo can easily win the World Cup because the World Cup Argentina winning in 2022 no. We saw the national team players are go into a collective effort wanting to support and then play their heart out for the side of Lionel Messi at the 2022 World Cup. And everything became possible for Argentina. So I believe with the little experiences that most of the individual brilliant players within the Portuguese national team, if Ronaldo is able to show up, that's in big matches in the World Cup, or show up and share a lot of goals, the Portugal national team now, they can easily win the World Cup. They can easily win the World Cup. So everything, be possible. The Portugal national team, they can easily win the World Cup. But group, draws nearby, you know. Now me share some of the groups are now especially exciting me very well, and it reminded me back in 2010 FIFA World Cup when we had Mexico and South Africa within the same a group stage or Mojave. And so the first game that South Africa played, it was 1-1 against 1-1 draw in Boy, and we saw that kind of wonderful goal Chabalala share against the side of Mexico when they scored the first goal no better at the South African national team. And they are going back in this particular, group stage. Now, the Mexico head coach is saying, South Africa, the last time Umushi Omono was part in the 2010 FIFA World Cup, and some match, opposite draw against South Africa. And South African national team, good quality players, which check the number of players on Moba, Mamelodi Sundowns, Kaiser Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, and local footballers team integrate together, and they are playing it very well. Especially the last AFCON and we saw what South African national team did at the AFCON, and they are having that same superior former in this particular World Cup qualifying stage, even at the expense. Yet almost dropping some quite number of points now. They came ahead to easily win some games and then qualify to the FIFA World Cup in 2026. And meeting against Mexico is going to be another big clash because of the last opening game of boy when they hosted the World Cup in 2010. We saw Mexico denying South Africa from clinching that kind of 3 points and I was in Comunya in 2010. And this will be a big battle for Mexico. Mexico undoubtedly had actually hosted and checking the last time penetrated through the group stage, into the knockout stages. It was far back in 1974, and then when they qualified to the quarterfinal stage of the competition, and 1994 was also qualified to the quarterfinals of the competition. Since then, it has become very problem and it's difficult for the Mexico national team to qualify to the quarterfinals of the World Cup stage. And I think this particular World Cup hosting Canada and USA hosting, they can easily do that particular magic to qualify to the next stage of the competition. Meeting against South Korea, they've met close about 4 times. And anytime via Mexico, South Korea, they are able to punish South Korea national team, and it has become a very dominant force over this particular stage. So I believe with this particular group stage, Mexico can easily qualify to the group stage or meeting Akomani. Then you talk about Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and then Scotland. This will be a crucial, group match because of when you talk about the powerhouse of football when it comes to national team, you can't underestimate the power of Brazil national team because with this particular tournament, they've won 5 World Cups, followed by Germany almost winning 4. Then you talk about Italy and other national teams almost the The last time I heard said Brazil national team winning the World Cup was far back in 2002. But then a particular history because as far back in 1994 when they were winning this particular World Cup, not close to about 1970 no muntimi NJ the FIFA World Cup. So the year difference between the 1970 and the 1994 was 24 years. Yeah. Check it from that particular period of time. Almost also about 2002 World Cup, it was quite good. But from 2002 up to 2026, it's also another 24 years. And every 24 years, in the generation of Brazil national team, they are able to bounce back and then win the FIFA World Cup. And what people are actually saying, they say, Carlo Ancelotti, with this kind of intellectual property or in his current team, can they win the World Cup currently as we speak? Neymar, a decision to come back to the national team because of the fitness rule and how he can easily play that kind of magical moment for Brazil national team, is still being questioned. They have Bruno Guimaraes, they have Amulia Estevao, Omo Obitise, Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo de Guez, Casemiro, a lot of players now. Brazil national team at hand currently as we speak. But can they come back and do that particular magical moment when they did it from 1970 to 1994, from 2002? Since this particular period of time, can they easily do it for themselves? And one of these particular things, a Brazil national team can easily do it and make sure say omit me INA Amonaco. So I believe say at this particular crucial moment in time, Brazil in this particular group stage, can easily qualify. But so we'll check Morocco. Morocco in the 2022 Qatar World Cup, they did exceptionally very well because of how they were able to qualify from the group stage, going into the 1/16 stage, into the quarterfinals, and even into the semi-final stage. At that moment, or making sure that they will become the first African national team on reaching the semi-final stage of this particular World Cup. The last time a particular African national team and all been that kind of glory was Ghana in 2010 World Cup. But unfortunately, we saw Asamoah Gyan all messing out the penalty against Uruguay. Sending a lot of broken heart to Africans and a lot of people don't believe say at that time it was a magical moment for Ghana national team to qualify from the quarter-final stage to the semi-final stage of the competition. Morocco once again, grouping between Brazil, Haiti, and Scotland. And this is what we are talking about. Morocco have good quality players because of what they've been able to do with the World Cup and how quality they are in terms of individual brilliant players of one. I believe say they can easily match up with Brazil. Group stage one difficult game at Brazil for Benyano is when they will play against Morocco national team, and that game must be a watch game out there. Haiti, Scotland. It will be a simple game. Haiti that we do say will be blessed. The likes of Morocco, Brazil, and Scotland with 3 points or 1 point for them. But I don't believe say they will become a dangerous threat to this national team. But for Scotland, it has become very good for them because the last time qualified at DIABY, this particular FIFA World Cup, it was quite good since 1998. Not to qualify and farmer. So we're checking a number of years from about the World Cup. 1974 they qualified, 1982 they qualified, 1990 they qualified, and 1998 they did qualify. And the last time that they played in an opening match, was 1998. Since then, Scotland, it has become a real problem for them to qualify. But this particular season, they've qualified thanks to Scott McTominay, that individual brilliant performer that he matched up for the Scotland national team. It may put them on test to qualify now. Now they are on this particular group stage with the Brazil national team. And I believe says top 2 national team. So catch them on paper qualify abruptly from the group stage into the next stage of the competition. I will pick Brazil and then I also pick Morocco national team. I qualify their co. Then you talk about the Germany group. I can't remember some phone then the home commerce. But I will share Germany group now. Now the South American continent, we are having that national team on us. Your Ivory Coast to your obiti say Ecuador as also honum. Now so we'll check the momentum of this national team. It will be a deadly thing for the side of Ivory Coast. We shouldn't forget that Ivory Coast, the last AFCON, they were champions. And we are talking about 10 matches on Marco unbeaten currently as we speak. It tells you say more form. They have some individual brilliant players that are almost also our form. And so we'll check all of these things together against Ecuador. Ecuador too, within normal qualifying matches when they were playing South America, they were able to match up with big players and with big national team. Almost match when you are talking about German national team, this is one of the powerhouse football. The last time we won this particular competition was 2014 when they won it at the backyard of Brazil national team, beating the home side by a huge number of points. Air qualify and they are called into the finals, meeting against Argentina. The FIFA World Cup. It tells you say with this particular group stage, they stand out tall. It will be a battle between Ivory Coast and Ecuador. Ecuador at the World Cup, it was so at the turn Ivory Coast because even Ivory Coast, when they had their golden generation from 2006 even to 2010, they failed to qualify from the group stage into the knockout stage of this particular competition. And I believe that this particular moment, will be a test moment when they are able to secure a draw and even a win ahead of Ecuador. Ivory Coast can easily win. But so I'll catch them and say, I qualified the free this particular group stage. I'll pick Germany, maybe Ivory Coast slightly, and then Ecuador slightly, or I qualify the free this particular group stage. Then you talk about Argentina. DIABY. Argentina national team net dahono. And I said group net dahono. We've seen Lionel Scaloni when Luther expressing in his foreign presentation. He said something, said the Argentina coach, I said Timo Schuno, the group stage, Algeria, and it's quite obvious. Algeria this season, when it comes to qualifying matches, from the group stage or more qualify abruptly to the World Cup, they were undefeated and they made sure that they will actually qualify on a serious note and beat my national team. Argentina will go against Austria and they will play against Jordan. We are talking about a certain professor, DIABY, as I will check the Bundesliga, how he was able to transform the Bundesliga with his identity, even to the German national team. Currently, as we speak, the German national team uses the identity of Ralf Rangnick in their national team and even to their youth levels teams are Obuisu Omo. So-called Austria, how this man has been able to develop the Austrian football using the Gengen pressing, using the long passing ranges and making sure say Obetini are utilizing most of these ranks from the under 17 to the under 18, under 20, under 23 into the main national team. It tells you how well this particular man, professor, had done very well for the Austrian national team. DIABY. The last time we Austria or move back to Euros, or move into the quarterfinal stage, it took Turkey to evict them out from this particular competition. And all lo behold, nature said, Papa Reference Ralf Rangnick has been able to do that wonderful job for Austria. In this particular group stage, say Argentina and Austria can easily beat them. Austria can easily beat them. Algeria also at another hand, I will find individual quality players that they've played for themselves for quite long. Collectively, they are having that kind of players that they can easily match up with Argentina national team. In this particular group, I know that Argentina will qualify. Algeria and then Austria will be a battle between them. But I know that Austria will also qualify also from this particular competition, and also from this particular stage. Then you talk about Netherlands. Netherlands, Japan, and they talk about Tunisia. This will be one of the biggest tests at the Netherlands. DIABY, it has been a long while. This is the maximum time. The Netherlands nationals and citizens need believe you say at this particular moment in time, how they were not able to struggle in qualifying to the World Cups. This is the time, the last dance for most of the players within the national team. They should do something for the nationals, making sure say they will go into the World Cup finals and win something for the Netherlands national team. For Japan, it has been an consistent performance for them when it comes to the FIFA World Cup. In the 2002 World Cup or Moncasa host 2 years, we did not see how what Japan did in terms of that particular thing. In 2006, the same old story for Japan. In 2010, we saw the old story for Japan. 2014, that was the old story. I think it was 2018 that they came behind, making sure say they will punish most of these crucial national teams within the World Cup in Russia in 2018. But they didn't lead you to anywhere. But this will be the time. So we'll check in Netherlands, Japan, and the other team on us be qualified here, but they don't talk about Tunisia. It will be a great and also a difficult fight for the side of Tunisia because Tunisia meeting against Japan. Japan for me, so I believe say this particular group Netherlands will easily qualify, but Tunisia will become very difficult for them. But if they are able to match up with Netherlands and Japan, they can slightly qualify ahead of this particular competition. But group I'm going to say be a muda hopa is Canada. Canada, Qatar, and then talk about Switzerland. Switzerland, almost most of the times, quite easy for them to qualify. Qatar, the last time one Qatar hosted, they failed to qualify from the group stage of that particular competition. Canada also, MON-FRI has been inconsistent performance for them. Almost consistent enough. But this time around, we're going to see Alphonso Davies matching up with this particular national team, almost Eddie Rim, as one of the host nations. I believe it's Canada with this particular, national teams in the group stages now. Canada can easily qualify from this particular competition. Then maybe Switzerland and then Qatar slightly can easily qualify from this particular competition.
Mate, club, I be 2 minutes. Yaba Fiaba Ghana, so your group no Mauze. Imama Yaba on Facebook, Fakye Sports, you are second to none. Zuberu Osman. A special one is your boy, Dr. Zubasic. Watch you live from Doma, Kofi Badukrom, Naraya Akroya. Good morning, Abu. Panama is equally as Comoros and Central African Republic, if we can score them. Arsenal King, good morning. Power Tiger, good evening. Good morning, Portugal. Will win 2026 FIFA World Cup this year. Ronaldo all the way. Kofi Ajima Blackman, good morning. Watch you live inside Pig Farm Accra. on the fear the bar, yeah. And as Samuel Kujo, Usualo, I'm Sammy Tuga, and I greet my mom, Honorable Catherine Abele Ma Afeku, the Obama, the editor, the Aka politics in Timi Ramo, Wasti Bruce, hello, Fakye TV Sports. There are a lot of possibility that Portugal will face Argentina in the FIFA World Cup quarterfinal. If Portugal and Argentina both top their groups, I want this to happen. Messi versus Ronaldo and the 2026 FIFA World Cup quarterfinal. 2 goals. Joshua Asiru, good morning. Or the Eba Babirana, Derek Aite, or also Eba de Eddie, good morning. And so Eba Babetoa, so kama pa. Etimi Eddie Emma Ye Ewo Hanum. And Anani Konsuko Yukrum, the Ghana's winner against Aston Villa. More fire, a rum 80 Edemawa. Na Ebohmanema Koye Edemao. Freddy Kujo K Ashes. Ozin Ghana versus Panama is also not a match. But my country at tournament. I don't trust them these days. Issues here and there. Start the moment we go to the tournament and boom. We can't stand Zimbabwe. We struggle against Comoros. Panama wouldn't be different if these issues of players' choice, money issues start. Yoreba Ebirano, Great Mugabe watching the show live and clear from Brekum Kutre number 1. Or the Ghana will top 8 group from Great Mugabe at Brekum Kutre number 1. Special. She will about 2 minutes. Now, me mama her club, you know, 2 minutes. We need any number of Ghana so your group in mind.
Okay, club we need the say for mobile matches na so na.
Me the shepo the her matches na be cause on no say the niam abisi akọ na yenya ne La Liga
Premier League say Arsenal for lose na omo lose afi we Arsenal for lose we December we and 2025 omo lose match bi this is a January
Premier League
omo lose match Premier League so Arsenal against Aston Villa. Arsenal fans more fan champion. Today Arsenal will lose.
I have you. Simple as that. Aston Villa.
Now, some catch Aston Villa because we are going to the match. See, I'm saying Arsenal fans are more fan champion. They will lose this afternoon.
But you're
Aston Villa. A win for Aston. Difficult game. Very difficult. But Unai Emery, ever changing the former club, means go much. Last year, we were the same thing. They will beat Arsenal. Bomb of any Chelsea. Bomb of the form number form. Enzo Maresca because I could redeem no. The Oye against Leeds United, nobody redeeming no. El Vitality and sorry, here we. Everton, Nottingham Forest. Everton should be redeeming from the Oye wicket. So over 2.5 in that game. But Semekoff will be to win. I think that Everton stand a chance winning. Manchester City and Sunderland, another difficult match for Pep Guardiola. And that's what in the summer funny 3-1, but a win and over 1.5 in that game for Manchester City. Newcastle Burnley. Difficult match. Newcastle will find a way to win. Tottenham, Brentford, I want to coach in Free at Tottenham. Thomas Frank, I want to Free by. The former club. So Tottenham win. Probably Mohamed Kudus to get a go in that game. Liverpool, Alexander Isak, heading the Liverpool team. Mathieu Commander and Slot Eddie from Endro and Adinian. I think Liverpool will go and do what Chelsea couldn't do against Leeds United. So I'm going for a win for Liverpool in that game in the Premier League. Namia Adoma in the German Bundesliga, 1.5 Osberg Leverkusen game, no heading and Freiburg, and also double chance for heading and then over 1.5 Cologne Eberstadt St. Pauli, call over 2.5 in the Bayern Stuttgart game, and then Wolfsburg and Union Berlin over 1.5 Leipzig Frankfurt and also over 1.5 Spanish Premier League Villarreal at home, a win against Getafe, Deportivo Alaves Real Sociedad over 1.5, a double chance for Sociedad in that game. Real Betis and Barcelona. Kukuma actually ending in a draw, no be surprised. Barcelona and Real Betis ending in a draw, no be surprised. But goals game so maybe over 1.5 will sit perfectly for you. Athletic Club and Atletico Madrid. Who Athletic Club for me? Maybe Atletico Madrid very redeem from Barcelona for the match. So goals and be saving that game. Syria that's all Fiorentina 1.5. Inter and Como big match, but Inter Como Hellas Verona and then Atlanta. Over 1.5 and a double chance for Atlanta in that game. So France, Nantes win against Lens. Toulouse next Strasbourg, double chance for Toulouse. PSG win over Stade Rennais. Okay, near for end games.
Mate, mera sepa ma yenye na yemram ne yemra yenimnya de. But I'm also on WhatsApp live. Fantastic good morning to all viewers and listeners of Fakye Sport. Abu, can you update me on lineup players who won the first UEFA Champions League for Chelsea and a particular jersey they wear for the final match. Katie, I watch you live from Contanaze. As the pictures, we are to Munya jersey no na de ha. I was the Drogba money John Terry Mukita. When I line up in the pitch, check you see Bozengwa, David Louis, Guy Cahill, Ashley Cole, Mikel Obi, Franklin Solomon Kalu, Juan Mata, Ryan Bertrand, na Didier Drogba. The Chelsea team way so now. Hey, good morning, Fakye Sport. I'm at Disco Malik from Offensive Kokoti Abu. Or say Ghana, as for this group party, you must qualify. We don't want any complaint. Ena biya. Greetings to Luther King, Foreign King. We are Arsenal, Arsenal forever. And upon my dear to us. Good morning, Fakye Sport. I'm Nyak. Watch you live from Koforidua. If you say more update on the best team in Europe, Arsenal. Keep the fire burning. Good morning, Abu. We are at the Villa Park against Aston Villa. Injuries hasn't been the best friend for us, but surely Arsenal will win. Shaq, Offenso, Sabroso, Nodeba, Ebabe Ramon. Good morning, Abu. I'm Batasa Ekonga. Watch you live from Ozema. Our group there, Fala. And on the Ram. Hi, you guys are doing well. I think the group is better for Ghanaians. And I'm say issue from Kenya. Say my regards to the special one. England, Ghana will qualify from the group, and also wishing Barcelona carry the day today. And good morning, Abu. Moses watch you live from Yendi Health Center. Arsenal will win this season's league. I'm Abdul Rashid from Namasa. Ghana will qualify with 4 points. Happy weekend, Abu and your crew. Wishing Arsenal good luck against Aston Villa. I'm Daniel, watching live from Formasia Onodifi. Good morning, is your boy, Aka Richmond, from Growing Yesum. Was it Ghana and Man United, Man U? Was it Ghana and Maminyani? Next time, I Good morning, Abu. I'm Batizo, watching live from Denche. Kontomso. Please, we need more updates from BBN Gold Stars camp. And I will so good morning, Abu. I'm Jeff from Dema. Good work. I will send you some of my videos in the sports analysis. Hope to meet you and the crew for sports analysis. I'm 10 years. And good morning, Abu. Greetings to all your listeners. Ghana is not going to do anything, I swear. If they like, they should stop going to this World Cup. They are going to waste our money. We are watching live from Domainco, ABB near the King's Palace. Quality, friend of Franco. No, about ABOU near there. Na we need the meet me. I love you guys. Yaga Kima Safo and on the Ramo. And hi, good morning, Abu. This mingle, this World Cup draw, them shall I give Argentina for our country, but bet me Portugal will win it. World Cup MVP Leo Messi, Fana Lisma, Leo Messi, Euro goal scorer final a day, Nation League MVP Nuno Mendes. And after winning the trophy, both Portugal and Argentina lifting most decisive player on shoulder. For Argentina, it's always Leo. For Portugal, it's never Cristiano Ronaldo. Mercilessly, a football university and all by himself, and a working masterclass in sport. Yet, no matter how much he achieved, he always showed respect, listening to teammates, and take guidance from his coach. The humility is what makes the GOAT even greater. I've been on Sunday in Sunyani Regional Hospital. Please greet Ricardo Varas for me. Mate, Otia, Wate. Good morning, Abu. I'm Emperor Meda. Ghana will qualify. I said about 2 weeks ago that Ghana was going to meet a former award winner or team we have already met in a World Cup. The first prediction came to pass from Emperor Mada. Why Virus is praying for England to win when they are in the same group with us? Will any English wish Ghana win whilst they are in the same group? And then they are watching channel no. Obiso to be bomb by or England me say Ghana show. The end there Obiani sort no si pero no nkaze England and Ghana. Me na ombra ye ba pe tie sim na fa fi se no ato aso era mamo ye ba so kama peri amamo ya barfie afisem no to so etimi de amamo de anra na orwani echiemo ewo John F Kennedy Sports Center ya bomode ma the World Cup draw no so Ghana yakọ akwakoto group L said e di nkomo e wa amano ne no ye ne England Panama Croatia but every year fixtures no said isi etie ne time ya bebo matches na then ra ye confirm the ma e wo show no so ze eye den ya Ghana matches in Canada US edua said isi etie your first game we to on the June 17th Ghana and Panama and a day everybody was US AT&T Stadium and after the second game no around June 23rd and also no Orwani Chemo Gillette Stadium US Ghana yani England and everybody in the third game no around June 27th and also no Orwani ko Eko Kuchemo ewo Philadelphia na chese also no yababo modena yetimi ejena so Lincoln Financial Field hona yingim no ebetimi ewram na aboa na ne madadi pa etimi rament already na the first game na akwese Canada but ade na dane US nko and ebebo modena ye matches no ya bona ne makwe na no after the draw first player omni din komo ye legend Samuel Jan and on biza no ze baby Ghana yakwa akoto yin group no de no be keda fancy na baby jet edin and come on the chair.
When you look at that group, do you think the Black Stars are going to make it to the knockout stages?
Well, I think it's a very tricky group right now, and all the 4 teams wants to qualify, and definitely we are optimistic back home. Everybody back home wants Ghana to qualify, so we'll do our possible best to qualify to the next stage.
Antiamoye commande baby jet Samuel Jan apomodere atuja eboa mane makoye pa etimi edi emena after the draw coach Otowado also ebomode kasa kakra na ne nkomo no de kan no yebisa no zene draw no na aba na de no beka erozi Ghana e ready say game bi ebebu bia no ye pese e win see ene no so ochichi mu de che
intelligent to think about these kind of situations if it's the case and we still qualify even though we're third and it's fine, but surely we take it match by match. We want to win every match, this is for sure. And like I said, once we get a good start, then anything is possible. On a good day, I know we can beat everyone, but I know also we can lose against all of those teams, also Panama, if we underrate them. So we have to be prepared well, and we will prepare ourselves well. We will study the last games of each on every team, and we see we take a closer look on their strength, but also the weaknesses, and try to prepare as fast as possible.
And all year command Ekototo Edituja after no Sankasa for England game no say and also Obama in 72 Jamai.
Our squad, and this shows also our quality, but at the end it won't help. It's a different game, different games, and also I think against England it's the second game, so we have to see also how do we play the first match. Are we coming out of this first one with a big consciousness, and how do they play the first match? So there are a lot of things to think over before we play that match, and so it's got very, very complex.
Until no, there was a dream first game no more, and we against Panama and Afia Wara once a die in Nimnesereniama, the BCR court near the Tony Buffo, a legend. Now after the draw, see no also Abomodiaka said they are found.
No, I think first of all, what is very, very important is to be united as a nation behind the players. Not to forget also the Black Queens. They're also going to have an AFCON. They should not be forgotten. They should be also equally supported. But then to prepare technically, tactically, you see, it's not about individual players. It's always about the team and the group. And this can take us very, very far. We should study our opponents well and go there with confidence.
Until no year come on there to ya, Chese, and you know, and conquer any paba communal, a team near Cambodia. Your opponent near no more aye, Juma Yam Pofo Ankra, NSAP pass on draw no Wakasa, now what can be area far Croatia home. Now, see, and a woman day, Eddie Tuja.
Me, it's the best draw that Ghana could have hoped for. I mean, we avoided former, England won it in 1966, all right, but I'm talking about we avoided the Germans. Italy might not qualify, they may qualify. France, we avoided them, Spain. Those are the teams that normally you've got to be careful. But for me, without disrespecting Panama, Ghana should be looking at getting 3 points from Panama. Ghana should not be afraid of Croatia. Ghana should not be afraid of England. So for me, it's a great draw. And commercially, England means that there's a lot you can do commercially. Fan parks.
Etiamoye Koma, the National Sports Authority Director General Atuja. It's a good draw. At the Ghana, I am from Hubia, she Museum, so Croatia, Morning England, more. You bet me on my call. Akako Bujmano, Kasama for the Ghana Football Association. And we are Santi June, Yenti, after the draw, so said all the next 7.
It's one of the powerhouses in world football in England who have been consistent in Europe and in the World Cup. At least in the last 2 World Cups, they've been to the last 4. And then in the last European Championship as well, they've been to the last 4. So they are quite strong. They have a very good team now managed by Thomas Tuchel. An interesting squad they have at their disposal, lots of talent. And we will be matching up against one of the best teams like
Tiano, here command to England and come on and Odino. Or check World Cup last 2 ayabo, baby or more quadrant, you know, the final 4. Irusuno, or more bomba be Juma pa. Na, who is that day? Now, Zuni, now, or Jidis and Kakra, creating a Korea Kobo, Ghana Premier League, Yare, and the matches are. Japan 18 ramu weekend nyamboa Sunday matches ebe kosono see net ho United FC 3:30 p.m. Asante Kotoko Samate Serebo Bibiani Go Stars Dreams FC Bechim United Vision Young Apostles Mediama Recum Chelsea Diana Bebo Baseke Oli Stars na Karela United 3 p.m. no ebe ba Accra Heart Folk tiano ya matches are weekend Japan na Atujana Boa
and Lions
Lions ewo Abraham Kesse they I don't see a tough game pa any game ketwa kra di ni nyina na ye matches a Japan akose o ye Ghana Premier League in special ma me chance also ni nkomo na initially na bezo can be fire in group no is it about latte kwani dem yabafi ti ni nkomo akra na be matches ni dia na dia soso
Ghana for FRA and the Saka T. Yeah, accepting this. I think that one of the fair draw near between and yes, your group will present us with 2 European teams of high quality profile. So they are now GFA Director of Communications can offer England and Croatia. The last 2 World Cups are actually so 2 countries no. Omama a very good account. The last one for 2022, say Croatia were finals.
Yeah.
And then in 2022, almost signed by every draw in England. On the other hand, Nina Omu into the semi-final. So it tells you a modern war or more airborne. When it comes to Euros, Yahu Ajuma or my head. Now England assistant coach Eddie Thomas Tuchel, but since Thomas Tuchel ever fired the English national team, aside friendly match or more ball or buy in the first friendly match, I think they play against Senegal, so I'll consider 3 goals. A free all the competitive games are wabo. Not even a single goal and will consider when it comes to the qualifying matches and it tells you the kind of national team or more any squad or more preparing. But Croatia there. The ABOU Croatians, when they say, yes, quality, this is say as compared to the previous 2 World Cup now, you have to from, but they still have Slavko Dalic. Or manager for 2 World Cup, although so in terms of experience, he brings that experience. England and Nick manager or experience in terms of World Cup because no one Thomas Tuchel say group phase is say the what will be in terms of highest football Champions League or managing teams boy. But this is the World Cup. To Nick World Cup experience, even if we are looking at managers are more experienced at World Cup, Ghana present an experienced manager in World Cup than the English national team because Utuado Ako World Cup the second time at World Cup. But in terms of exposure, in terms of class, in terms of pedigree, there is no way Utuado comes near where friends say Thomas Tuchel. So these 2 countries are teams are you better show with keen interest and then you better make sure say at all costs I'll say a finding way to get at least a point each from them. Yetimiya nesa a boy mitie Zlatko Dalic all Ghana some say oh new she crown Odima Samoajan because Onijan aye adwuma pen and a modern bonus and wajan time now no coaches and wajan no then in the extra the kind of quality of mind Ghana imposing yenim says say yen players no utu any now bought Ghana this is here you can get not less than 10 Ghanaian players are oh sure which it is not difficult to find it makes us on top there teams need any debate. I even listening to Thomas Tuchel saying that onim Croatia, onim Ghana. Unfortunately, onim Panama. So they will look at Panama before say June next year. It tells you that group no a bit open for us, but difficult. We only need to be focused. And right, I said this year, and I'll repeat. Remember Ghana, Libya, and Tana baby say Panama therefore every group. The truth is that no crash on therefore, but the can ya jet to make no crash. Ghana therefore group. Production let me have one with the rankings now. When you look at the FIFA World Rankings, Ghana baby any baby at Panama, and then it tells you say you're funny in that pecking order and a work at the Ghana the from because place I think 72nd, Panama is at 35th or so. We'll be on the top so we are ranking 35. Now top to 72, even 35 multiplied by 2 gives you 70. And to be in the position at times 2 SN go actually answer. What my find what it tells you say almost SN. But we have that thing in us say young call tournament Emma Sebi team on share that more bra our tournament and I say entinya the best out of us. Ghana for also say any England our record say England and your man omutini ehye. And if we are able to do those things, they are prepared who together. Yenya 3 points every Panama. England intimate not that record is intact. Even a draw, 4 points will qualify us from that group. We just need to stay focused. I've heard a lot after said draw, the commentary in the nation, Benjamin Asari against Hurricane, we against the tennis. A team and I asked myself one question. Say, that notion and then narration and yes, say Hurricane versus Benjamin Asari. Is it that? But now the goalkeeper and Kwane because a team. The 10 players, outfield players, need to defend the team before even the ball gets to the goalkeeper. And if we narrow it, say, a goalkeeper against will be because goalkeeper is a local base and now or you say it. You narrow conversation now. What about the 10 other players now? Omujina Park and so on. Omu role they say, let us put negativities aside. As it stands now, whoever coaches need demo fit say. You have friend that ball mine. So I number 1, so about number 2, about number 3. Equipping the last player, even those on bench, they need our support. We can criticize, but so mine kose Jesse and say players kose mine Jesse. Ejina Park, so they don't represent their clubs. They don't represent themselves. They represent on mine. To let us push. If there is any Ghana baby or nimbo nebo or there. It is time we need Sagan and on board. Everybody are on board. Let's go to the tournament. Try our best and make sure say we squeeze things out and qualify. Even if Yen Jimenji Trophy, of which where I sit, I know that it's going to be difficult for Ghana to win the Mundial. At least the very free man, we should be out a respectable position. We're talking about Mayan. Wabo quarterfinal pay. It is a quarter tournament. Your target should not be anything below quarterfinals. We should be targeting semi-finals and finals because we've done it to the quarterfinals before and we drew quarterfinals now. Semi-finals. That is what Ghana should be looking at. That is what every Ghanaian should wish and pray for. I said something yesterday. I've kept on saying, and I'll repeat: we need reinforcement. Every team, every department, not only when it comes to playing body any reinforcement, but I also think that technically say group teams group of my anyhow goods are on mine. I think that this is time for us to resource in technical team. We need video analysts, we need top-notch experienced coaches. They will come and advise and bench, scout to be scouting, to be checking opponents now airborne, each and every player. Or Edemasa or Mino, they play the role they play, and then to have time analyze England for games or Mabo under Thomas Tuchel. how they play, omo pattern, the approach, omo the ball matches, the strength of the English national team, the weakness of the English national team, what we can do to capitalize and get results. For Slavko Dalic, he's been with Croatia for so long, and he play pattern and yet that difficult. What are the key points in the Croatian national team? Your strength, your weakness. These are things we need able men to help Utuado, John Painter, Desmond MON-FRI, and no one can to analyze those things. We look at Panama. Let us not underrate them. Say Omona or my group, no Omu from, but let's look at also Omu qualify some body by matches a hold boy. The strength of their team, baby, Omu players, ACO, Maka, and what we can do to make sure say Ibenya results. These are job. You hear a free Neyakopim June, and I think that everybody need to put Neza on the desk. Let us help. And your mind there. It is not Keto Kreku, it is not Utuado. Yenyina Yadia. Let us come together and make sure that we find a way to qualify. I'm talking about and conform do member on board that will make me the technical team. Okay. If there is coach baby, there is uses any partner the never on board. The technical know-how, ebet me abwa Utuado or fair Pentla. Let's bring that person. It is not time to say any qualify we any do way but any say Utuado Timinya mana yempam manunko. Germany came EBJ World Cup. Backroom staff for by the way in excess of 60. Technical men will be in the role will play. That is what we need. So, you need to beef up with technical team. Okay. And me there. But who from Grant? I'm tempted to believe say ABOU you'll be given a role not only from Grant. If there is any experienced manager, being young or old, technical team. So be it. You will players be what or more Ghana for. No, based on merit. On board, let's invite them. Not enjoy club affiliations and then me kotokoni house ni the man okay me house ni kotokoni kwa me okay. Let's stop that Benjamin Asari versus Hurricane. It is not Benjamin Asari kwa na kobo. 11 players. The Asari them not 10 ni freely. Na bo na be say na do you blame him? Everybody should be on board. Now you fighting for mine. You say Ghana national anthem. Any kweku. So we draw blacks for the boy, the Rudolph. No? Yeah. The earlier we pay attention to the boy, the better for all of us. But on there, kind of one. Kweku and you go no shit here, and everyone does. Yeah. The technique to sit down the defender and then sit down me and Kasa me goalkeeper. You say man before so the ball they set angle no. And yet by fluke, it's competence and your quality. It's very unfortunate. Said draw Nakata in league in this weekend. We will leave it that way, but probably from Monday, we'll talk about that. And then say, yes, and then say a very beautiful game. Oh, Abrankesi, because nations boy against Pando Heart of Lions. I in the last season these two teams now or more air. In match, I course between them. What transpired and then the man I think that Bashir Hilford Lions were sure. Yes, Bashir Hilford what it takes to give us a very good game. Nations are starting. Kakran, your man said down from more, but you say, my papa from poor man, so have a game to present here. We say, if you are a far brankers and Yakako Henry Maka Crown. Manjo,
I think, sir, draw nearby now. Ghanaians will start to understand the reason why some of us were saying, say, we will need some exceptional quality to match up the already made players near what currently at the World Cup now. Because meeting Croatia, meeting England, meeting Panama. Fine Panama, we wouldn't actually regard them, but respectfully, they are good national team at any moment in time. So Okobo against England, Okobo against Croatia, these are top national team. And England had won the World Cup before. Croatia, in the last two World Cup of Makono, 2022 World Cup, they went into the semi-final. It took Argentina to beat them 3-0 at the semi-final stage in MON-FRI. Third place against Omoni Morocco and Omotimi Ewini Omodi third in the last ended World Cup. But so checking 2018 World Cup, we saw Croatia national team that Omoko close to finals. At the time when France for Eshom Aje the World Cup. In fact, so all regarded Dalic how he has been able to coach this national team for quite long. He has been able to obtain the golden generation of Croatian national team at the World Cup stage in the last 2 successive runs. That's 2018 at the final, 2022 at the semi-final at the time when Argentina MON-FRI. It tells you, say, they still have the quality, DIABY. They are having Luka Modric. Lukita, he is still balling at AC Milan. AC Milan money ball in the Italian Serie A this season. The Fakye na Lukita, so how he has been able to bust the metric for AC Milan and what he is doing for the football club tells you how good he is. Irrespective of the age, he is actually showing that class is actually permanent. Not talking about the age. Then you talk about the England national team. The last time that we played with England, it ended 1-1. Although it was a friendly match, but then it ended 1-1. That friendly match in the Wembley Sports Stadium, DIABY. So we'll check the quality play that Ghana national team at that moment in time. That's how they counted on the same thing as the England national team. There is no way and that's how time we compare the England national team individual brilliant players as compared to Ghana national team.
No crown squad no crown be crown. So I born him is be crown and shed on your way. Less cotton about that.
Yeah,
on the movie. Very good. Team no be movie.
Very good. So what I'm trying to say is that even at that moment, we struggled to even beat them at Wembley Sports Stadium. And we are talking about the England national team currently. Thomas Tuchel, Ebefa national team, the free Gary Southgate in Seminole. We've seen a total change in the England national team. Total identity or the ABA. When it comes to discipline or the ABA into the national team, when it comes to consistent performance, he has been able to do it for the England national team. And in the last run, when it comes to World Cup 2018, we saw England in the World Cup. In the 2022 World Cup, so we saw England under Gary Southgate and also Ediomu in the knockout stages, proving very well going to the final stage. But England, Ababedi Thomas Tuchel and Sem, he is a proven Syria tested winner. The club side of our coach Biano, he has been able to win something for these particular clubs, our coach, the likes of Paris Saint-Germain or Diomoko in the final stage of UEFA Champions League. Thomas Tuchel Tiki Chelsea. Ediome win the Champions League against Manchester City at that time. No being a Pep Guardiola ever form. No. This is the same manager trying to say or no ebitime elaborate the quality players of England national team at this particular World Cup. And fortunately and unfortunately for us, we are having the England national team within our World Cup stage. So Ghanaians should understand. So some of us here can say, fine, we have some people who are qualifying matches now they are qualified for the World Cup. Deservedly. So the performance emeritate the call up for the World Cup in June 2026. No two ways about that. Coach Utuado and the technical team should look into it and call those deserved players. But we cannot afford to actually mix out some of these quality players or mobile, especially with Edin Ketia. Some of the players that we are having currently. If Edin Ketia is part of our national team, and definitely he's coming on as a bench warmer, playing as a main striker for Ghana national team, it's a good omen for us because he is a quality player. In England anymore, say Anya quality players in England anymore. No ma, we could have seen Edin Ketia playing for the national team, but because of one way or the other, we are not seeing him, and then he has decided to come and play for the Ghana national team. We should accept it because group we are going to meet quality players. We are going to meet well-experienced coaches because Dalic, as a coach for Croatian national team, he has tasted it all for the World Cup 2018, 2022. DIABY. Thomas Tuchel, fine. You better say the first time I will take the England national team, maybe I'm going to the World Cup, and even his coaching career, coaching a national team and even taking them to the World Cup. This would have been the first time. But we shouldn't underrate the powerful experience of Thomas Tuchel and the individual quality players of England national team. This brings me to the notice that Ghana have a lot of things to do, both on paper and both on the field of play. It is a dim common catcher say, so we hear the pedigree of Thomas Tuchel, so we hear the pedigree of Zlatko Dalic. Then there was a Kasusu game say, Coach Utuado, and you're not fair any of these two coaches. Panama coach or because he has been able to qualify for the World Cup. But so we'll check these two coaches, Zlatko, Dalic, and then Thomas Tuchel, and near Otuado affair any omo. He is going to play with them. And this is where his tactical genius, merite. This is where his prowess in world football, merite. This is how we're going to see how good he is. Because in the World Cup 2022, he met Uruguay, he met South Korea, he met Portugal. We saw the performance that he gave in these particular national teams on Young Boy World Cup 2022. But at this particular crucial moment in time, Portugal, we saw how he was able to panic with the Portuguese national team. South Korea on the level, because of say Ghana, she will be able to say where the level between number in the ball. But against Uruguay, we saw how he actually dismantled one the tactical awareness when it comes to the game that he played against Uruguay. This is the same caliber of statue in this particular World Cup. And I think the coach Otuado on one can accept it. So at this crucial moment, the technical team now, the Ghana Football Association meeting forming, he should understand and then have a collaborative effort from them. Because guys no coach the World Cup the case is so. And you coach Otuado affect Thomas Tuchel and then affect Zlatko Dalic. Because these are well experienced coaches. The obeti na Bokakra and the Panama. And I know Crampono say young Panama can easily disgrace us. And that is a fact. So we should understand. So World Cup na Kono is not only about Ghana qualifying to the World Cup stage, but we are going to showcase the real people who can ball against some of these opponents. So we will have the quality players matching up against this battle. So I think the group is quite open. When Ghana is able to play his strengths very well, definitely Ghana can easily have 4 points or 5 points to qualify out from this particular group stage. Playing against England, we can maneuver our way and get a draw. Against Croatia, we can maneuver our way and get a draw. But against Panama, it should be a consistent win, a die-hard win against Panama. Getting 5 points solid, we can easily qualify out of this particular group stage and a bit more match it up against any other opponent. But DIABY, what's it to in some ACC, when they went to play against Holy Basekeno, Stars, we need to hear from them. Just like when Justice Blaine Sembebaye, we heard from them. We saw what they did. We saw what they did. With this particular rumors now about Bonting for the football club, up to now, we haven't seen Kotokoso about Bonting and about Bonting.
No, officially club name about Bonting. But at least meetings we are concerning then maybe matches or more on preparation near the other month. Or more be near Mabia. But official is about Bonting.
This is a club image way number. Image a surrounding players no one say players need girls be omakofa hookup girls allegedly.
Yeah.
Ebioma koshe hotels. Girls na kokikemu ho.
That's a like I won't kick away.
Since me use allegedly no. Girls na kikemu. Hotel room ho. So a lot of things. Asem na ba Bonting. Yeah, you are talking about image of the club.
I agree. But man should have maybe so say and now say Blade here now it was off-season incident. What I say? Nearby. We know season you go so able. The technical team no okay on the first one may handle money. And some about the management. Into them so nyamo tremo.
DIABY.
Me timi baby afi baba
season you go so.
Udi nyamo tremo.
Madrid enya issues. And opinion me share me who story board X. And me can die sport no. What they are saying is Vinny Junior is saying the whole prince of Baba Bonta be clear so ne Zabia Alonso need problem here.
Yeah.
Or must settle problem. No?
I agree.
DIABY, we are talking about the club.
Man, so I agree. They all can hear Matthias.
You ain't me investing in a club.
But me about.
In Penifua Modern.
Did any Madrid porters from official Real Madrid handle reported say Alonso the players was
Obi fan.
And young months and Jovu Anamoko de get by. May debut the union one.
Of course, yes.
Madrid porters and official handle. Ebi Ababeka say player be show up coach be show.
Oh, now say we've seen Vinicius Junior.
Oh, they be
that
was the reaction in a game. And Oba Bontin be patcho. and our coach is Wajiatu. Where this asema alert. Yeah, say a your official club and commenting on. Into the media, I'm sorry, I'm in part.
Basanka assembling and a crank by now, Kakotoko from Penny.
And on I make sure say, Nyamotebiko in a season, no, who be so sporty or more way football, it should be say bar. You do come with you more than say baby anymore. Because the distractions, but Nyamotebiko time I'm sorry.
It is distractions, but
Nyamotebiko.
It's Kikemuni in Uncle.
How would you come with Nyamotebiko? Why? Why does you be a cookie?
Oh, so allegedly. Now, offer hook up girl don't crochet hotel. They were never call.
It's true, the old David. Go. Young question.
I've always maintained, and I've always been saying that Ghana in Premier League, you know how I see here in your mouth. Serious as some players by this time, I think I have formed say, national interest. We are people that will take very good care of them. You take special interest in whatever they do. One of them is I ran 10 or ball Shredder All Blacks. You know the same Rudolph.
Yeah.
Gagu, he's been consistent with goal scoring. Consistent with goal scoring. And if you look at the goals that Oshe, they will come her. In him, how people see and play some goals in the goals I've seen him score are quality goals and I watch it. He's been doing it from Division 1. In the Premier League, he's doing it. He should be a national interest, taking particular care, like young Sheni, because we lack such a person in your teams. You look at the national team, currently as we speak, you need a proper goal scorer. Forget about more leagues no like more elite leagues no Europe no. Many of the attackers no obi no a number 9 or a fox in the box as the guys. So we need to take special interest in him. If we need to help him grow, we need to do that. That is how we do things. If you're a national team and these are the things you do. The individuals now before market come boom, and then they will come and help the team grow. He is one person that is almost sharing. It's not because of what the man All Black net to if your teams need to serious no they need to go and get him. I'm not fan on 10 before so of the neighboring countries no blasters no because in Krumano, always you see people getting blasters color. Immediately they leave the shores of Ghana. But league from a better 10-year league, no. But more quiet from you don't know the India it is. Maybe American media man soon change Sembao. Media man soon change young Africans as a him for. But a brand here friend here, Jonathan Suwa Ghana no media man. We called him to the national team. Or boss Semba, you see him friend. When you sit down, now you critical analysis of the situation, and you just don't get it. Who was say in the Ghana league near better than Tanzania for league in Yanya. But
yeah, almost I know.
Tana
go for no.
Tano
say league near Papa Chomo there.
The league near Papa. So you go Africa.
Oh, there
you go Africa.
Maumunza.
Omunza. And football near
Papa. Na is agro no mudi. But the all site no clearly wouldn't come agenda there now. League now money a phone yes yenye. But what have a play or Bobo or Libya, your Bobo Tanzania, our friends or no member or national team. Meaning say automatically it's all league a far better down there and a better slot now when you look at it. So you can if so. Say they make an what as
so much as
it's a better slot now. Say they make a coffee play or Bobo Morocco or Bobo because the Unya Ghana play be or Bobo Ali. No Bobo consistently with Africa. They said the media came now. John Enchibona, name Fena, na Kate Money or more handle play and a church and some. At the Basu Quasiapia. Those these normal patches, earlier far better than your teams in G2. Tiam Fred John Enchia, that's an Ibu of Barne, play a big African cat. Is it Jonathan So, there be or Shigos Mansimba? You bet Tia to say, on Yeshi.
Root of goal.
I'm not me go, go, I'm going to But you can't tell me say Simba na ne ma no mo ye ni omo project bi a kotoko heart no enye better than omo. So omo dey from there dey be ma local team bi okroma na ayesi league ni e papa chance anko for be enye no kre.
Oku how if you look at this guy, your goals are washe. Goals are washe no. This is not a obi our monitor ni bia. I have a player yes we do All Blacks or number 9. And I'm saying say we never be more team. And who team ko na odi na. Because a player can't accept to say one day mean to no. But who team komo mu a the guy is far ahead of him. But I believe in my striker power. Gini is a striker and one of the strikers that woman a threat chance with much to the amount. But what do you mean to a brand TV? That is to tell you that he is not a bad player. Scoring goals for fun. Go no share, you know. I'm fun, no. And that is a bad thing that ye in Kuma. Ye Kenya when you be a boy. No be a boy. And a talent you didn't have. And a talent into you be a boy into you. That is not how is you running in football, Kuma. And we continue to suffer if we don't change our ways. That is the gospel truth. If Didi earned me and Sheikh Kawela United and now the House of Folk fans should stage a demo against him and the players. No.
Oh, but it's a difficult game.
What's it?
Edding. Say the Kwako Sheikh Kawela. Hey, Kwagu.
Now True Life and Sheikh House of Mine. Now what's many
What I'd like how is that?
Me yes say.
That be all carry the other that they should be all. I mean that game na dio.
True Life. I say how to put my brand on boy Africa.
Team I did 2 years.
Nanyani. The papa wa be so wo. He won't go share. And so when to me and share so much we are, he will need to answer questions.
I'll see a pamuno.
Pamuno there, maybe I make us a too early. But there's so much to answer questions. Now one church the new the air cup one into a house team no intimate enya the desires or because the games he played our pre-season. How now the team needs to ball or start the season proper and team more balls are. And I'm asking myself, say, then they see it. Because if you look at games are no bar, near year probably my games in the sab in friendly games, no goals are no to should be 8-6 near the other. Or the big war a year Gaka top for him. The performance has to forgive. At a point in time, the defending champion show 2 more better tier. That is to tell you, so not team yet, team no never build it up. And then I see all of a sudden, House of Folk team can't score goals. House of Folk team to me, maybe and then you might see it. Oh, sorry, I'm not players to TikTok. Who are no any TikTok? No, you TikTok. Who never know. Or any live.
The bus we have 2 minutes on one day.
Yes, I'm going to catch that one for them in life. Tell me, on the number catch it out. Of course, so my corner in the swap of time for your life. Tell me, Jeremy Persever yet. My cohen now. So, did you answer questions and game to settle can end because Kawala phone or more 14 points or so with you after 6 games. So that is to tell you that fear a team the many boosters per NIL 18 out of 18 into more form and so to me a channel. That is to tell you that performance near only the only team of master media man this easy. I will move here and since the media man energy. So that is to tell you or more players papa or coach.
First one, I'm sure piano with you.
Yes.
To almost a big team.
Only a good with you. So definitely the game is a difficult game, but that is what teams are Kessiani did dramatic.
You are the same as you League. Oh, okay. Former King Vice coach.
And an 18 coach.
On coach. One good coach is one way in system. But just say not to attack the personality. Oh, when now we are coaching your corner.
No, really, Amadu.
Yes, or when our coach in your corner.
But he's a good coach.
He's a good coach. But when you see a coach in your corner, but he's a good coach. The enemy is Yami more. But if people around him will tell him, say, you know, if the players on the field of play will respect you because of how you look at the bench, I think they're very one. But I know there another matter, if they home come later. Time here the command that Ghana Premier League players, coaches, Mudina bench. I am sometimes I won't say coaches cry. And it's not a good thing.
GFA share 2 seasons ago. Last season, before ever season, we said coaches Nina. No, or can't some me one with something.
More football people no. Say I na say more now can you Ampao. na kroma mo shemra bia uni na de obi high kroma
obi adi so mon ka
obi atena ba bi no wa shemra ba you need obehwe ade no so na ya football people me no, for education purpose. For education, that's all better because me na me kanjre Karela coach so Andresi. Me na me kanjre house coach so Andresi.
Masa. And now coach, which coach. Who na no we ni.
Only there, only
Ogun na no we ni.
Did you mind the class or send we no akeka come on. Now you are moving o mo maka no. Obi timi share
na coach bia bobe be ni chebi ana what be agrade global
omonte brand omo pre match
baba jo bi su uzo omo nya modern coaches like as a titi niam no whatever coaches na ambo omudi no dodo na ye modern coaches omo to WhatsApp ase be se na no kotoko we pa hwe shirt ye sha like pa odija tuze coach be tanku abaduma e no kra no koku da wani na hwe ni say ya
and na me kan say e ma players no respect wo
vision ne house no hu Nana Ajimai
mame ya omo bo matches ni wi no me interview ade mame sa interviews ni bi hu omo bo match ni wi ya we dey say na o say we bo match ni ade
even as a coach it is part of your brand.
Of course.
It is part of
but this man, I'm a witness to him that DSTV games in him foreign games. No help out. In the end, to be frank, okay. Go I interview him to man.
Me problem am wo pa even enye football mu organization bebremu. Itimi shembra. Emra na ya she ye ni obi obe check you. To obi aye de. Me need one notices are
of course.
You na coach so obi na esa make kan chozo ko mi aso na obi ahun sisi. That man be smart come you okuma. Wa body suit to grab.
And also unu say wo yes a be bibira so yes she.
Momon kan no na ubeti. Momon kan.
I think there is something that
Fauze Masteria that be ba o mi aso pa na bi wasi di krada.
That any work pa. That be ba.
Momon kan bi ka wo di ka wasi di krada.
What the guy can na no obi sia mi wo dum to na me wo fi adam. Omo ka se mi ni bi ko e mo the phones na gu phone phones e be to no mo da gu phone no mo shina me say ti mo pa se kana me da gu phone sa no asa mo ni ma ya na boy. Dia no hema nim say ya no apagya ni ti no ha me so no me phone. Brand the way I was address here. If you want to say me, that will be that's why me aso.
Me aso na call boy bi na afi na be. Go we kokoto
ko kwasha wo hoy. Abun kwasha wo mo. A difficult game. Ba ho hoy no. A team a say o man ko win here. But the change ko last season man shake team of division 1 by Wawe. They drew against Basake. They drew against Young Apostles Wawe and they lost against me friend division.
Yeah.
Eti oto aduane a onyini ya oba na ekire o se edidi te wana usam hu adidi wie koto aduane na bedi a this outside frame am ke na am ke flo catch ko ku size we didi
best new interview bi now okufiati we are in a country your country wow se kwagu ushubi now that even crowd school basic school teacher ni esi ni team edin pa no eno onyini eso ni so na na epe wasem pa but the oba o kasa on kasa wa channel school for ni na tugu no so mo penance ba o da che no se no here in Ghana no abi ujai so obi anya de opa obi aba de ope sa na ko na efim na tie
we are saying sa na
tie na even crowd trans na analyze na ha de obi tim nyina ba bi ka se na mampanyi we ba ne ma boy for da bi e control bantia no e dey tia krona ye fi so na ademmo ne nko an enti anu na ma wo yo ne ma na wa yo ne ma yi so ti kroma na wa adwempa bi bo be bere kosi so bewu e wa Africa ha o de check in kofo kra bi adwuma koku na omo adwempa ma nkofo nya agide so habibi e madam fo mra me boa hwede omo de koye no me nyina me peja na mate ase papa bi no ru kroma 1 month bi opa adwuma ni na mente ase people were saying appointment akwa ba nyini ye no na ma hu di ntia no ye on so son sem fo
I am a role model say dey be abeka
yes one man bia ma show ha na so kwa na me ye bi
me yi wadi say
ana papa wa so no kwaku abeto say wo ya de a wo zo de na adwuma di so ko ebi ni kroma sem
the certain is any background na oye bro ni adwuma won behave sa
me guy bi wa akra kofi o say me chao madam fu bi a day na nipa no ne show ne shop no otimi 40 million day bia you 40 million from sales of my
and no nyiska
oh they otimi sales over 100,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow ajo e kroma na de abi mu ko shemra na ma beta ye ni kroma na mu ko shemra say o mra bi say fa foreign base player to do say mo has for the omo be 3 matches na enya want to no mu ni me obi na refer
there's almost any data
now you say kroma ye wo jersey number bi a ye register see a player beti bi abobo am say 50 something but bi mo shaboro ase mo shamra na ayese yaka na edawo ni bi ebi ne se na no mbra ya de beto ze 2 teams nye ya affiliate we nye we no omu ni so obi anfa ho upon weekend obi anfa no the kroma say ne there oku eto de time do mo shamra say bi say ne te o ya say ne de be yo no obi ayi na ni na man short ho no obi ayi de ope ya mo e be shia Jordan ya me say bi a